And of course,
Where's the gear kit?
for the gear kit, it's at the top of the player character sheets. It says gear kits. The group have access to each mission. So some of the items you're not going to find in the equipment section, like the HHI pistol and shotgun, those are literally taken from the police officer's version, which has the really cool thing that as an incidental, you can switch your ammo loadout. Because after all, there are situations you'll be wanting to take people alive. You know, they don't want you to kill everybody.
Yeah, I mean, that would be dumb to kill everybody.
I mean, the nice thing
killing anyway.
With the HHI pistol and shotgun is it's like the Judge Dredd gun. You actually have loadout options.
So where is that, the specs for that?
It's actually in the gear kit. I put the specs for those items in there.
Yeah, I was just wondering if there was in one of the books or something like that.
Like if somebody's taking the drone operator that has the option of a cam drone and a combat drone, those are in the adversary sections.
Okay, so the pistol can either be blast 4, pierce 2, or stun?
Yep, as an incidental, you can flick to use that specific ammo.
So explosive rounds, armor-piercing rounds, or rubber bullets.
Yep, exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's what the New Angeles Police Department uses, and you guys have access to almost the same gear kit because, well, Jinteki provides the police departments with mutant dogs, so of course you can get some of their guns.
Yeah. HHI's shotgun. Yeah.
And for those that get the gear kits that have armor, your armor does have the company logo, but it is convenient sci-fi Velcro that you can pull the patches off if need be.
Actually, that's not a sci-fi thing that you can do that.
But it's not actually Velcro. It's a molecular bonded version of Velcro. But it's basically you can take the patches off if need be, if you don't want to be spotted.
Because there are missions that, you don't want your name on there.
Yeah. In real life, there's the whole idea of put your patches in the hat.
Riot armor, shotgun.
Yeah, riot armor and a shotgun. And a electromagnetic pistol. Wonderful.
That is fun. Wait, question. Do we get this and our starting stuff from the character creation?
Yeah, you get your starting stuff, and this is the stuff that's in your company locker. Oh. So you can basically pick your loadout each mission.
Yeah. Okay, so that.
So, like for Dante, he gets the Infiltration Agent Kit or the SWAT Agent Kit. So either going in soft or going in heavy. Yeah. Hitomi has access to the Infiltration Kit or the SWAT Kit as well.
It's pretty much everybody except for Walter.
Yep. And funny thing is, nobody has a single point of medicals, so it's a moot point about the really cool medic kit.
Yep. So I have. Oh yeah, just an FYI, my first name is actually Akito. I'm just doing it the
proper way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's same with my character, but yeah.
I'm just letting.
No, actually, it is Sapiobium, yeah. But yeah, you're right. I didn't take any medicine.
I didn't. I wasn't planning to. I mean.
Wow.
Does anybody even have it as a career skill?
No, I didn't even get that. Dude, my thing was a soldier, so that wasn't even in the range of shit I could pick.
Yeah, no, mine's an investigator, with basically contacts in every organization you can imagine.
Medicine.
Yeah.
You would think actually a bounty hunter would have medicine, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a bounty hunter, which I was going to be, but switched it to investigator.
I'm a courier. I got moves that make stuff happen. Mm-hmm. I'm also charming, of course.
But so I have, for talents, I have years on the force, corporate drone, World's War vet, and the Trimorph contacts. So.
James, I have a question.
What's up?
So with clothing, specifically, can you wear clothing and armor, or do you just only wear clothing or armor?
Well, you can wear clothing under armor, but expect when you take your armor off, it's going to be stinky as hell and wrinkly.
Yeah.
Okay, but for game tones, would that like add anything to it, or there's just clothing underneath?
Nothing adds to when you're wearing armor. You get the better of option.
Okay, cool.
I think there's one piece of gear in all of Genesys. There's that coat that adds an extra defense on top of everything else because it's basically a trench coat on top of your armor. But pretty much everything, you get the better of.
Okay, I just wasn't sure about that.
Because if it's piercing through your badass riot gear, it's piercing through your padded armor underneath.
Yeah. Or your Bucky weave, if anybody knows what Bucky means.
That's Bucky. What I use.
Okay.
Yeah.
So FYI, guys, I think I'm going to go with the infiltration kit. So.
Well, we don't have a mission yet, so it depends on the mission.
You can pick, so that you have options.
So it's per mission. Okay.
Yeah, basically there's a locker that has 2 options, and you rub your thumb on which one you're picking, and that's the kit you have access to.
Okay.
So if we're being sneaky, most of us would probably pick the infiltration. If we're going in hard, because we just know it's just going to be a flat out firefight, we might do the SWAT.
So what you're saying is I need to put down both.
It wouldn't hurt.
Yeah. Okay. I will do that. Okay.
Well, there's probably also going to be times where we're not necessarily going to need either.
Yeah. There's times you just need to go pick somebody up or something up.
Yeah, there's going to be downtime. Downtime happens.
I mean, Jinteki sometimes requires you to go find the owner of property and have them come in for a conversation because they obviously purchased it with the warranty and did not take proper care of it.
God. Why won't people understand how to take care of their property?
I mean, you didn't bring it in for its regular, medical checkups and inoculations. Go figure why your clone toy went crazy.
Mm-hmm. Deep pocket.
Armor. So okay, let me see. Okay, there's gear kits. Got it.
Oh yeah, just FYI, I am going to open carry wherever I go because I have a little slip that says so.
Nice. Okay. It's a great talent to have.
That's the talent.
Yep.
Weapon permit.
Special use permit. That's what it's called.
I should probably get that eventually, but yeah.
No, I got that right away. I'm like, I'm going to need this. I'm just gonna grab it now.
Hey, it never hurts to be able to legally walk around with a rocket launcher and pull out your permit to the officer and say, "Police drone, shut up. I have a badge for that."
Although, to be fair, in Pacifica, you can always carry a rocket launcher out with you. No difference for shit.
Yeah, well, guess what? Wrong game.
Yep.
Hey, I know.
That's the game where pocket nukes are not, unknown.
Yeah, they that new update changed a lot for that game.
Yeah, it did.
Or you had noticed? No, it's
Sadly, I've yet to get any actual screen time in Cyberpunk 2077. Just watching it on YouTube.
Yeah, well, they added some weapons. They changed an encounter, encounters a lot, and they made the cops a lot more aggressive.
You mean effective?
Oh no! They're how do I put this? Yeah, don't help if they're in a firefight. Don't help them. Because as soon as they're done killing the bad guys, they start shooting your ass.
They're like, "We didn't ask for your help."
Well, no. It's more of, "Oh, you have a gun. Even though you weren't shooting at us, so we don't see you as a threat, but now that nobody else is shooting at us, you are a threat." Yeah, it's one of those things. But, hey, it is what it is. I mean, that's pretty much how it happened in the real world. They might not shoot you first, but, they're going
to want to have a conversation with you for discharging a firearm.
Yes, definitely. But it's a game, so therefore there is no, "Oh, yeah, we want to talk to you." It's we're just going to shoot your ass.
I do have one question. So on the collecting favors part from talents and such, how does that work?
Basically, you make a quick phone call and you're saying you're doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Say that again.
When he's basically asking about the when you get certain talents that let you cash in on favors.
Like
It's a
my character.
really quick, handy dandy, you know, I'll
Oh,
probably make
yeah.
you role play a little something like I totally did to Dante back in the day with his old contact, who's now his new squeeze.
Because I have other contacts too. I've got 3 different contacts.
But basically,
I have 4.
you can cash it in, and there'll be a small little. You whip out your pad and you call them up, or you call them in person at one of the local coffee shops, and basically a little tiny role play session, or if we don't have time, a out of character, out of sequence role playing session of whatever, you get what you want.
And
Okay.
most of them cost the story point.
Yeah.
Oh, mine don't. I don't think.
Not all of them. Some of them.
Yeah,
do.
it didn't say for the one I took, but you know.
I guess. Wait, what was it? I had 1 or 2 that.
Those work a little differently, I think.
Depends on which ones, because some have some weird rules.
Okay, small favor, blah blah blah. One of the ones I did. No, wait, no, it didn't. But being a natural, I can also flip story points.
Yep,
Yeah.
you can steal them back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Speaking of which, why do you have 5 and we have none?
Because I haven't set it up yet, because I was waiting for that guy who was showing up late, who popped in the elevator with all his buddies sitting around in this beautiful dojo, listening to the corporate spiel as you're getting the corporate PowerPoint, and they're like, seriously? This guy gets to show up late to the game session? I mean, late to the sparring session? I mean, late to the mission period?
Yeah.
Yep.
Some people.
I'm also an independent contractor.
So since this is session 1 and we kind of got to go over who's playing who, we'll go ahead and start at the top of my list, as I'll totally bring up your bio. And Akito, tell us about yourself.
Hi. Well, me personally, I am not a person to talk about myself much, but essentially, from what you could get from my public files and whatnot from the company, I am the son of a prominent Jinteki businessman named Hitomi Masashi and a cloning scientist who's also part of Jinteki, Hitomi Naomi. And besides that, I am not really one to talk about myself personally, but from what you can get, I'm born and raised in, New Angeles, and I went to study in Tokyo University for a few years, and specifically I studied cloning and genetic engineering, and I am 23. To note about myself personally, my features, I am 6 foot, well built, and I have a perfect face with no blemishes. I have long dark hair that doesn't tangle, with deep blue eyes and impeccably shaped facial hair. I pretty much almost always wear a vest and tie and gloves on my hands. And I am Japanese in origin, so
Okay,
I do
so
have that.
you have to be gene modded though. There's no way you're 6 foot as Japanese.
Hey, it's
They're
been a
called
couple hundred
Japanese.
years,
Yeah, that's true.
the protein
Yeah,
consumption has
the
ticked up.
sumo wrestlers.
No, they're big. There are tall ones out there.
Yeah,
You got that 1% that's over 5'6".
and those are the ones that got all the girlfriends in the late 2099s.
Yeah.
But besides that, I'm not much of a talker. I have a just kind of stare that I give, and I am orderly and clean about how I do our missions. I'm just about getting it done right, and making sure that it all goes well.
I like the getting it done right part.
But yeah, I
And
think that's all I have to say for now.
everyone's going to assume that untangable hair is probably a Gmod.
Right?
Yeah.
His hair is
And his
always
height.
perfect. How does he do it?
And his height, but still.
So then I will drop into Dante, since you're next on the list.
Okay, Dante, he's a natural human. 6 foot tall, blonde hair, blue eyes, athletic, well toned, muscular. He's like keeps himself physically fit, stylish, but not ostentatious, but groomed and well dressed. The clothes he wears permit freeness of movement and, kind of fitted to show his physique.
Parkour.
And so he has generally a calm demeanor. He kind of appears relaxed all the time. He's got an easy smile. Speech and body language reflects that. And Dante is he has this like second skin of casual flirtation, charming, congenial. But some of you guys trained to see below the surface can see that behind that easy smile, he's got like really deep well of emotion deep down, even though he acts all calm and cool. You don't know much about his formative years, just that he grew up in the New Angeles gutter, very humbly. He's a courier, started out really small time and had some, big break where he able to showcase a diverse skill set and drew the attention of bigger players. He worked for several years in the private sector as a special operations team, recently hired by Jinteki as an independent contractor. Personal life, rumors paint him as an incorrigible ladies' man, although other rumors have said that he's settled down. There are some rumors he's involved with somebody in Jinteki. He's got a good reputation as a transporter, good results. That he is generally only resorts to violence at the most extreme circumstances, doesn't even carry a weapon, although you know that he's a skilled martial artist. And then finally, that's the initial impression. But in terms of his character and stuff, try to imagine Jason Statham in The Transporter combined with Daniel Craig's character in Layer Cake.
Never seen Layer Cake.
You should. It's a good movie. I like it. But anyway, he's kind of a combination of those two characters.
And you see many, many of the secretaries, when he walks by, cover their mouth and go, tee-hee-hee-hee-hee-hee, because the possible girlfriend he has loves to brag. And I think, if I recall correctly, he's been on the arm candy as a certain someone in Jinteki before on the social medias.
Yeah, it's basically a poorly kept secret.
No face was saved. So then we've got Sepio Beam or Bame. Bame.
Yeah. He's half Korean, half German, Caucasian, whatever. We'll see. European. Grew up in the slums, just like half the town. Joined the army to get out. Met some people that one is a son of a board member for Jinteki. The other one's as my bio says, a scion of the triads. He was an MP in the army, so when he got out, he joined the NAPD, and he used his connections, in the triad to get some big scores, get promoted. But then his sister was raped and murdered, and the NAPD said, slim rat, who cares?
Damn.
Yeah, and then he had his triad connections hunt down the people, and then now he owes them a debt for that. But yeah, so he's been working with Jinteki ever since, and he's very loyal to the company, but he's more loyal to his friend, and his friend's father than the company itself. But yeah, so he's got connections in the military, and the PD, triads, and the company. So yeah, so he's pretty good at finding corporate spies and stuff.
Which is a super handy thing to have on command if needed.
But yeah, otherwise, he's just pretty normal. Probably talks too much. But yeah.
And then
That's pretty much him.
And then we have Hyo Hayato.
Yeah, he's a young Japanese male, born of a lower family house, but taken in by Jinteki Corporation. He's about 5'10", black hair, dark green eyes. Not super strong looking, but seems very agile and fit. Basically a corporate man, does what Jinteki requests of him. Within the corporation, he's typically, you've heard references, his name actually means corporate falcon, and referred to as Falcon, or the company Falcon. Known for bringing back alive assets for Jinteki. Other than that, he's kind of an enigma.
Just to give you guys the refresher with Jinteki, it is the leading company in biotech engineering, pharmaceuticals, and genetically modified everything. On the plus side, the city is fed by a bunch of their buildings that are big biofarms. Super cool looking greenhouses that are like 50 stories tall and produce tons of produce for a massive megacity. And don't worry, they product test all their GMO stuff before they serve it to you. Since they're covering your medical expenses, you are their product test demographic.
Oh.
Don't worry, the restrooms in this building take your urine samples to make sure you're not melting down from the inside. So that is our team, lovingly referred to as Dōshin, which is totally Japanese for basically, special operations, super soldiers, or special, spiritual warriors that do special things for their master. So you guys have been around, you've been together for a few weeks. There's a basic shakedown for the team to get to know each other and all that good stuff. Your liaison has totally done some team builder exercises. You guys have gotten ridiculously sick of the helium pole exercise. If you've ever done that as a team builder, it requires much, much cooperation as a team. Because yes, Jinteki's all about the corporate team building. And you guys are basically the corporate version of a runner group. You're going to be out there doing troubleshooting for Jinteki. We established pre-session 0 that you will not be getting screwed over by the company. So thankfully, out of character, you guys can be completely loyal to the company without worrying about the company sticking you out to dry. However, members of the company, you decided that might just happen, but we don't have to worry about that quite yet. So your troublemaking and trouble-working team's been assembled to take care of projects that come along the line, which thankfully is you guys are here and all ready to go in your beautiful little dojo on the 59th floor. It looks like this beautiful Japanese townhouse for a small family group size deal with a beautiful garden. And you guys get to basically relax here, And of course, your liaison totally makes you guys do your calisthenics and normal crap because he wants to make sure you're in fit shape.
So he's
Of course.
basically a drill sergeant. Fuck.
Yep. And unfortunately, on today of all days, you guys are in your regular gear. So whatever gear you bring to the office every day, not your issued kits yet. And as we start media res style, there is a big, massive melee going on where each of you, and I think each of you are on the map. Is anyone not seeing themselves? Yes, you may have to hunt for yourself.
Oh, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out.
Yep, I see myself.
Okay.
It's a really nice place. I mean, it's got a fighting ring over here for a patio. It's got the circulating pond with a bunch of koi and goldfish that seem mildly genetically altered. Nothing should look that metallic.
No, nothing.
Has like fluorescent metallic to it. All right. Yes, I find myself. And I can move myself.
Both good things. As everyone go ahead and roll your vigilance. So I should probably bring out the initiative tracker.
Probably.
You still have all 5 story points.
Why you worried about story points with initiative? You don't want to use those for that.
I'm just mentioning it, okay?
You got like teammates that can steal that crap later on when it's important. There,
Yeah.
now you can see.
I'm just saying we're currently not on the desert planet that wants to kill us, okay?
Yeah.
This is New Angeles, where everyone loves everyone and gunfights happen everywhere. How can they have no gun control in this place? It's like the US.
Oh shoot. I forgot to roll for my extra coins.
Extra points? What extra points?
No, extra coins. My credits.
Cash.
Yeah, mine was
Moolah.
28. Yay.
Yeah, that cash, you know?
And immediately you get the idea that these assailants that have appeared in their little ninja-y almost outfits, they don't seem to be armored, just cloth outfits. And they do seem to have a sidearm and something built into their left glove. Dante probably immediately recognizes that because he lives and breathes one of those. And you guys, you came to check the place out, and immediately, whoosh, combat starts as they come out of nowhere to attack you guys, and they're just immediately coming into melee combat with you guys. So who's going first? Is your assailant's going to take your head off if you don't do something? And by the way, there's totally the Jinteki bonsai tree symbol on their outfits. They're probably company employees or company property, as the case may be.
Oh, so we can't kill him?
That's up to you guys.
Shoot him in the head. He attacked me.
So who's going first to defend their very lives?
Oh.
Seriously?
Apparently Dante is doing something.
Yeah.
I'm kung fuing him. Got the difficulty in there?
And you're taking the upgrade that Dante is giving you?
That was me.
Oh.
I'm the one kung fuing him.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll double aim also, and then I'll kung fu him.
Damn, look at you being happy they came after you instead of you coming after them. Okay, so I have 2 blue and an upgrade in there for you.
Got it in. All right.
Damn.
Nice.
Wow,
So,
you took a total of 4 strain in that one cool move you did.
well, I'm doing stun damage here. So, I have, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage of stun damage. I also inflict I've got knockout punch talent, which adds stun 2 plus my coordination, which is an additional 3. So that's 10 stun damage before the triumph. He's still standing.
Yep. So what is your total number?
10 stun damage.
10 stun damage? Yes. They're still standing, and you can't quite place the gender at this point. They are still standing and look like they're about to do the same thing to you, as there's like little sparks on their left palm, and you know exactly what that is.
Yes, I do.
You do
Well,
have a
I'm
big
going
damn
to.
triumph.
Yeah, I'm. Can I do a maneuver with it, like a move maneuver?
You've done one maneuver so far, so you still have a maneuver left, right? You haven't hit the max
I
of 2.
I double aimed, but I haven't done a move.
Oh,
Can
then
you do a
yes, you
triumph
have.
to do a third maneuver as a movement?
Nope, you've already
Nope.
gotten your
Okay.
2 maneuvers in.
Okay, then in that case, can I use that triumph to? How deep's the water?
The water in the stream part is only like up to your knee.
Okay. Well, can I do a knockdown with him into the water?
You could totally do that, as I'm totally looking for
That's
fight music and not finding anything decent.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give him a quick sweeping kick and knock him down into the water over here.
Which side do you want to put him? Right there?
Yeah, just kind of over the. He kind of tumbles over the rail of the bridge and into the water.
And he's knocked prone into the water with a splash. Okay, so who's going next before things get sloppy?
I'll swing at mine. And we will do painful blows, which allows the combat check increase difficulty by 1. Do painful blows. Oops. And are you ready?
Yep.
And I'll aim, so go ahead and add a blue, I guess.
Oh, now you're making sure I wasn't ready. Okay, so I got it in there.
All right.
Damn! Wow. Apparently the dice are live today.
Apparently.
So what is your total damage?
So damage 6, 7, 8, 9 stun damage. So strain, and then
As you hit your assailant and they do that whole head shakes for a second as they get back into fighting stance.
Yep. And then basically, if the target suffers 1 or more wounds from the combat check, the target suffers 2 strain each time they perform a maneuver until the end of the encounter.
Ooh, that's gonna suck.
Yeah. And then for the triumph, we'll knock them down.
So they're in pain and knocked down, and it's only if they do an action, right? Or maneuver.
Let me look again. Sorry.
I think if you inflict wounds, I think it's a maneuver.
Combat check. The target suffers 2 strain each time they perform a maneuver until the end of the encounter.
Okay, cool. So they can still do an attack and not worry about it. I like that.
Yeah.
As
Just can't
you
maneuver.
rang their bell and literally struck them down to the ground. Was it with your
Yeah.
stun baton? As you just like beat
Yep.
them down to a knee.
Actually, yeah, that one's pretty bad. I was thinking just a maneuver, 1 maneuver a turn, but if they do 2 maneuvers, that's 4.
Yep.
That's ugly.
Okay, and you're good. You're good with where you're standing. You don't want to take 2 strain to move.
Oh no,
Okay, I like that.
I ain't backing down.
That's super cocky. I like that.
I advance on my targets to take them alive, so why would I run away?
So first, we have this cocky person. They totally spend their maneuver to get up out of the water under their feet, and then we'll totally get right back in your face. We're gonna go right there. Too bad they used their action to do that, because they should totally take 2 strain and do another thing, but they're not gonna because they can't afford to.
Yeah, he did get. He got his bell rung pretty good.
This guy that, yeah? Someone said hey?
Mm-mm.
Okay. This guy on their knees feels, extremely, extremely hurt and is going to take the 2 strain to get back to fighting stance, because that's the kind of determination they have. And are totally going to swing at you with that left hand that has a little pair of electric contacts in the glove. Do you have
All
any
right.
melee defense?
With the right armor, yeah.
Well, you're not wearing right armor. You're only wearing your normal
Okay. Oh,
gear.
just our normal.
You're not your kit. You don't have your kits.
Okay. See how you are.
Yeah.
No defense.
No defense.
Nope. Just light body armor.
And for corporate honor, they must succeed. As you're going to get hit with a palm stunner strike.
Maybe.
Ah, that sucks. As they strike you, and as they strike you, thanks to that one threat, they put everything into that blow as they hit you and then kind of do that exaggerated stagger, and fall to the ground. So, yes, 7 points of strain before soak.
Okay.
And then over here to the little walkway.
Actually, James, can I ask a quick question? When you're talking about the palm stunners, I was looking at them in the book. It says that it's 5, not +5. Like all the other ones, if you get to add anything to it, it says plus, but it just says 5 on it. So I'm just curious about that.
It's just 5 damage for the stunner plus
Just 5,
successes.
and so
right.
but
if
you
it's
don't
plus,
get the.
It's plus.
No, the plus is plus your strength.
Yeah.
Right, got it. Okay, so you
Or
don't
your
add
brawn.
the strength.
It's
you
your
just
brawn
add
plus, yeah.
So it's just 5
Or
no
the
matter
stat
what your
that
brawn
you're
is.
using
Got
for
it.
the
Yeah.
attack, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
But yeah, the +5 would be your brawn plus 5 plus roll.
Right, so this is just 5 plus roll.
Yeah.
No brawn. Got it. Okay.
And then over here on the walkway, do you have any defense?
Yeah, I got one.
Look at you getting that 1 defense in there.
Yeah.
Let's totally give you guys a total sweep on the board. It's all on your side to use story points, whether you are or not. Mainly because it means I don't have to update the dice pool. As the ninja throws, a punch out there. And at that exact moment, something came falling down in my room, which is funny. So 6 points of strain damage as the assailant totally hits you and does this like awkward kung fu face that you really can't see through the mask, which totally translates to 1 strain. But on the plus side, they hit you first. Bwah! This opening salvo has not been handy for them. And Akito, down here in the forest, the same thing is going to happen. Do you have any melee defense?
I am looking right now.
Oh.
That would be a no.
Excellent.
So, I'm the only one with Bucky Weave armor.
You're the only one that wants
No,
to
I could
survive
only
getting to
get
the
light
office.
body armor and durable clothing with my.
I have
with the
I have
sword,
Bucky
so.
Weave also.
Yeah.
Because you got to make sure you can make it to the office.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't have my office stuff on right now.
As you get punched with a palm stunner for 7 points of damage. And since they didn't aim, they're totally going to do that whole wha-cha! I dance back. And remember, that's strain damage, not wounds.
Oh, it's strain. Got it.
Because it's a stun weapon.
How
I
come
don't
his
see-
jumped back, but mine didn't? Damn it.
I don't see any bars over there over anybody's characters but mine.
Exactly.
Oh, it's like
I only
that,
see
huh?
one above mine, and that's the house.
All right, I
Well, it's
get
because
it.
you probably don't have another type of damage yet.
Mm.
It looks like just my damage or my health is showing that.
If you put a
The
0
others,
in
so.
your wound bubble, it'll pop up on the bar.
Oh. If you don't have anything, that's when it shows up. Oh, interesting.
But if you put put in a 0, it'll pop up that way. You may have to refresh to see it though. And you got to make sure to hit enter too. Like I just saw one person do. And a second person do. And you have a feeling this person's, by the way, going to pull their sidearm on you shortly. Not this turn, but shortly.
Okay, wait, what's the
And
sidearm?
They have a sidearm. You don't know. It's a holster.
Oh, okay. Got it.
You have a stern feeling that there is a firearm of some type there. What type? Well, it hasn't been pointed in your direction yet, so you're not quite sure. So who's taking the next slot?
I guess I will.
Because I totally noticed the order was not properly in order.
No, it wasn't. What? Yeah, because that really mattered so much. Oh, but it did for the NPCs, yeah. Okay, I guess I'll just shoot this guy. I mean, I have no actual hand-to-hand combat skills, so.
Okay, so you're going to shoot him point blank, or you're going to step
Yeah.
back?
I guess I'll step back.
Okay, and don't forget it's a maneuver to draw your weapon.
I got quick draw.
Oh, better yet. Because stepping back is the difference between 2 purple dice and 1 purple dice. So do you want to take a 2 strain to aim, since you only need 1 maneuver?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, you're supposed to be showing off here. I mean, this is all about showing off.
Yep, I'll take that aim.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it in there for you.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if anybody else can take their opponent down.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, as all of a sudden you let that Fletcher pistol roar. So, how much damage is that going to be?
7, Pierce 2.
Dang.
As blood sprays on the teak wood of the walkway there. And what would you like for that one little advantage that's just not enough to crit?
I will take a strain back.
It's a good choice. And down in the south there, what is happening in the woods?
I mean, I guess we're in the woods. Yeah, quick draw a pistol, I shoot him.
They're trying to
Man.
stun us, and we're just going full bore on them. Yeah.
This is.
Are you going to aim
also,
since you're not moving?
I am going to also use, because this is incidental, hamstring shot.
Okay, now remember, you are using an incidental for your quick draw.
Oh yeah, I can do incidental stun. Yeah, that's right. I'll just shoot him. Whatever. Shoot him in the foot.
Just shoot him,
Oh
whatever.
my gosh.
Okay, go ahead and take that one purple shot there.
Hey.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez.
What kind of pistol is that, by the way?
That's the base pistol from the book.
No, I mean, is it like a revolver pistol? Is it a
No, it's just a
1911
pistol.
style? Okay, so it's
It's
gonna.
1911, I would
So
say.
yeah, it's gonna be like a SIG or a 1911 kind of semi-auto. Okay, you whip out your pistol and crack for how many points of damage?
8.
Thank God for some soak.
Yeah.
There were no qualities on the base pistol?
Nope.
Nope.
There's nothing.
I thought there was.
Nope.
No.
And what did you want for those 4 advantages?
Yeah, so I'm going to first give my opponent a black dice,
Okay.
and then give my opponent a black dice.
All right.
And then let's see, finally after that.
Are you seeking cover?
No, I'm just walking away. Cool guys don't look at explosions.
It's a tactical reposition.
Interesting. I wonder how the think tanks will translate that maneuver later. So, top of the order, who's going first?
I don't mind going first again.
Especially
Why
since
are we
Dante's like,
not?
really, you jumped up all the way back here to get hit again?
Yeah. Plus,
I'm just standing, scratching my head, watching everybody like, well.
I heard gunshots, so I really want to finish this quick so I can.
Shit got serious when you hear a Fletcher pistol rip through a body.
Okay, I gotta refresh.
All right.
It's
well,
not it's not updating
go.
my
And I'll aim.
There we go.
I'll just do one aim this time, just in case I want to move.
And are you planning to melee?
Oh, I'm kung fuing still. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to make sure because they do have melee defense. Okay, go for it.
Here we go.
I should have doubled the number of assailants.
Oh, do you have the blue and the upgrade in there?
Yep, I got the blue and the upgrade there. Oh,
same
geez.
roll as last time. All right,
so I can clearly tell you
7 another total of 10 stun damage.
with your stun damage, you crack them with kung fu, and they go down like a sack of potatoes. The beauty of it was, as they stood up and then Kung Fu leaped onto the bridge, you followed up with an attack that took them out. Unfortunately, they ran into your attack, so it caused 2 extra strain.
Okay.
That gunfire stressed you, didn't it?
I guess so. Yeah, it did. Now, can triumphs be used to take strain back?
Usually not so much. You want to use it for something cooler than that. Come on, you see 2 of your teammates out there, 3 of your teammates. Nope, just 2 of your teammates.
So, how far is short range?
Short range is 6 squares.
For a pistol, even a pistol, that's pretty pathetic.
Well, remember, accurate pistol shot versus, sloppy pistol shot.
Okay, so I will take that triumph as a
30 feet.
A parkour. I'll do the whole basically go hop from basically jump a couple little stones and then over there and then
Use
run
it
up.
as a maneuver.
Come on over to this side. Yeah, I'll use it as a maneuver, and hopefully, since it's a triumph, this guy may not hear me coming.
He totally did. He's looking at his assailant and getting ready to pull his pistol out as you're literally doing the Kung Fu Master walking on water trick. He is currently oblivious with all those black dice, which he's gonna get another one trying to shoot into the bushes. If he can, I think he might be out of range. Do you say anything to him? I'm assuming you're not wanting to.
No, what I really want to do is try to. Well, I don't know. I don't want him to get shot again.
Good point. No one likes getting shot.
It's all fun and games until people start putting slugs in other people.
Yeah, you know what? I am going to say something as I come across. I'm going to say, like, I know this probably isn't what you've been told to do, but disengage with that guy, you're going to get yourself killed.
Yeah, just come. If you're walking through the water towards him, just do a white herb and just be like, no, no, no. Maybe some of you seen the movie, but
he will be startled when you do that, and he will continue drawing his pistol out, and he will follow orders like a good soldier. But he's a good soldier that's got 2 black dice, and he's shooting into melee. So
all I'm saying is he put his hand on his holster first.
Do you have any range defense?
You shooting me?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah, he's totally going to shoot you.
All right. Well, I do have 1 range defense.
Because Bucky Weave, huh?
Yup. Like, dude, seriously? Trying to save your life here, and you're shooting me.
Here we go. Oh! He is so disoriented from all those black dice that were so damn effective. Look at that. Damn.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
He should have made that on any other given day other than Water Walker coming up behind him. As he pops off a shot with his Synapse pistol, and it goes like into the water you just stepped off of one of the rocks, and just goes smoking the moisture off the rock. As he seems really off of his game that your friend retreated, leaving him open to your attack. And then this guy, with his little palm stunner currently recharging, he's going to pull his pistol and shoot the guy who just shot him, because that pissed him off that you just shot him with a freaking Fletcher pistol, and he's grabbing his gut wound. Do you have any range defense?
Yeah, 1. It should be 1. Seriously?
You shot
They
him
want one person down before they're killed.
With a Fletcher pistol.
Yeah, that's what I have. He attacked me. He punched me. He's going to die. Oof.
And he's going to nail you for 7 points of stun damage. And he's going to do that stun 3 for the 2 advantage.
Isn't that 8?
Yeah.
So 8.
8 and then stun 3.
Okay. Oddly enough, I'm still standing.
8, and remember, the stun 3 is not soaked.
So wait, so is it 8 physical and 3 stun, or?
So it's 8 strain that you can soak from.
Okay.
And then you're suffering 3 stun on top of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay, still standing. Barely. I have 1 left.
And he totally makes a look at you, and Yeah, he's not gonna waste strain. He doesn't feel that confident. The guy over here is gonna stand on the ground, and you just see like a breath blow the sand, destroying the beautiful Zen gardens, pattern along with your guys' footprints. And this guy is totally breathing heavily on the wood planks. Not very heroic for these three guys. Who's going next?
I am. Screw this. I'm shooting this guy again. Fuck him.
It's not gonna
And
be
I'm
pretty.
pissed.
The worst part is you're feeling kind of winded, so you're like, you need to end this. You need to end this now. Okay, go for it. 1 purple dice. As we hear that Fletcher pistol rip again. Oh!
So that would be another 6, 2 pierce. And I will do the crit.
I can tell you before the crit, the pistol rips through his chest. And obviously with the Fletcher pistol tearing through, a nice ugly hole through the chest, because it's what it is, you can totally tell it is a him as the person goes down with a hole in their chest. And
Apparently we can tell it's a him by his guts.
Lots of, well, the shirt is ripped now and it flapped open and you saw man chest instead of Facebook blocking female chest. And, now a huge puddle of blood on the deck. Hopefully the cleaning clones will be able to scrub that out. So who's going next?
It's just me, so I will cuff my dude.
Whip out your slap cuffs.
Yeah, slap cuff him, and then we will, I guess, make our way to help somebody, since,
I mean, thankfully you had clear view of Dante walking on water. Kind of saw your buddy shooting his Fletcher pistol off there.
Yeah. All right, that's all I can do.
Okay. You totally see that this guy's probably screwed when Dante notices him. Oh, were you trying to hit me? So who's going last there, Keto?
That would be me.
So you're
I
hiding in the
will
bushes.
take my pistol. I will do a hamstring shot as an incidental.
Quick question.
Yeah.
You're shooting into someone adjacent to your ally. Is there anything you do that negates the difficulty increase for that?
I don't think I have anything that will negate it.
Apparently he's not worried.
I'm going to steal your GM story point.
Someone's worried.
The worst part is I had clicked before he said it.
Okay, ready?
Are you spending some strain to aim at least?
I'll do that.
Okay, you'll at least take a second to get to get the sights lined up on your target instead of just squeezing from the hip. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You totally got it there, and Dante's concerned.
Okay.
You're kidding me. Well, you did hit
Holy
though, so
crap. And then his gun falls apart.
So with your pistol, do me a favor and roll your pistol's damage one more time.
Okay.
As you murder this clone. I mean, you murked this guy so bad. I mean...
So before anything occurs, I did do hamstring shot, which does reduce all damage. I deal by half.
By half. Okay.
Oh, so it only does 6.
And what would you like for the 2 advantage?
Yeah, I'm just gonna get some strain back.
Okay. As you casually take the shot after, to hamstring his leg, and you just, like, the leg gets blown off, and the guy makes this horrible noise falling to the ground. His blood just drops out of the blown out kneecap that was supposed to be a hamstring. And then you realize the blood and gore that sprayed all over Dante. There's in his leg. There's some gore that seems to have traveled into him. So half of 9 points. So we'll say 4 points before soak.
You gotta be kidding me. Luckily, I soaked all of it, but gee whiz.
Thank God for your armor. As you shake your armor, taking to the wound, and realize bullet bits and bone bits didn't go through the armor. Apparently, you got kind of lucky there.
You have got to be kidding me.
Thank God for the half damage.
Yeah, well.
As you look at your new teammate, and you're just like, really? Really? Gecko Man never would have done that.
Wait, what the hell is Gecko Man?
Gecko Man!
I have no idea who they're talking about.
It's a partner with
One of Dante's partners from a different game.
From a prior game.
And also a superhero from an action movie in this universe. Gecko Man!
Right.
Thanks, Cyberpunk Spider-Man.
Too funny.
And just as, this guy goes down, you hear a simulated whistle screech through the room. And, you guys know that during most of your exercises, your liaison hits the instructor whistle to have you guys stop and collect yourselves and come stand together as a group. What do you guys do when you hear the whistle and you realize that this was definitely a training exercise?
I bring my captured person with me to stand in line.
And as you do that, you clearly see the balaclava he's wearing pulled down, and there's totally the product barcode on the back of the neck designating this is obviously a clone.
I'm walking straight over toward the guy that just shot me, saying, "What do you think you're doing? What is that about?"
How do you respond? Are you just giving him anime silence? We need to hear the ...
Okay.
Sorry,
blank stare, apparently.
Blank stare. You just
Raymond,
shot.
You're just responding with a squinty Clint Eastwood / every samurai movie stare. No, we could not hear you.
Oh, well, I said, sorry if you felt in danger.
Sorry, what?
If you felt in danger.
Because I don't need one. I'm hot.
I felt in danger. You shot me, you jerk.
And then
no explanation.
You guys are having this tense conversation. Like totally looking to see where your compatriot went to, if anywhere.
If it will make you feel any better, you can shoot me.
I was going to say, Kevin, where did you go to? I don't see you. Oh, there you are on the walkway. Okay. Okay. Sounds like he camouflaged. As, just then from the little hidden elevator that's just over here off this little wall here, your liaison pops out and he's clapping in his beautiful rigged up corporate suit that you can see it totally has a pad built into it, as well as some other things. As he's got a holographic display on his sleeve as he's clapping and looking at the statistics as he gives you the slow clap. And he says, "Hi! Well done, my team. I knew these new generation Omoe security clones would not even lay a real finger upon you." As he sees you guys kind of breathing deeply and one of you kind of swooning as you walk across the river there.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I didn't even break a sweat.
And the only danger we're in here is from this jerk. The next
If
time
you
that
want,
gun,
you can shoot me.
The next time that gun gets pointed anywhere in my direction, I'm gonna make you eat it.
Ooh, I think we have future conflict here. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
So after saying that, I'll just be like, yeah, I mean that. I will make you eat it. And then wherever the instructor
Then
is,
shoot
I'll
me
turn
right
and
now.
start walking.
I
I'll
won't
start
mind it.
walking toward the instructor.
As he's over here to the left-hand side of the map, where the household walls actually the elevator built into a secret panel, which you
Say
guys
over
totally
here.
know. Over there, yep. As he gestures for everyone to go inside, I will have a serving clone bring us tea to discuss the next operation your team will be dispensed on. As you know, we get this little screen swipe as you all come inside, and the table's set up, and there's a pair of clones in traditional Japanese serving garbs. We're talking, you know, Tokugawa era traditional garb, and they look very familiar. Their faces look like a slightly tweaked version of the Molly clones that you see at all of the Molly fast food restaurants. Except their skin tone's a little darker and their eyes a little browner than the usual models you see at the fast food chain everywhere in town. Because yes, they have the same two models at every one of them. As he waits until everyone gets the tea. Then everyone can get some nice little tasty side pieces of candy that are there.
What?
Basically, it's tea and snacks. As he says, "So, are you prepared for a mission? As I've instructed, you must always be prepared."
Always ready.
Hi.
As demonstrated by my performance.
As he totally, gestures to the servers, they open the windows so you can get the outside ambiance. And they basically disappear off into the distance.
Ugh.
And I totally mute myself so you don't have to hear me sneeze. As he hits a button on the cuff of his business suit, and the outside windows, instead of showing fake ancient Japanese ambiance, show that you're in the middle of New Angeles City in Nihongai district. You see floating vehicles zipping by. As he says, "So," and he hits a few more buttons, and one of the beautiful paintings on the back wall there turns into a view screen, breaking the ambiance. As he says, "I need for you to be prepared. And I need for you to memorize this face." And I will totally shoot you the face through Skype, because the email has not come through my email yet. As you get a picture, obviously taken out on the street in civilian wears, of a female of you're not quite sure her ancestral descent, because she comes from quite of a mixed look. As he says, "This will be your target for retrieval. She must be brought back alive and reasonably intact to report for duty."
So you
And he
mean
kind of
don't shoot her, for example.
and he goes, "Hey."
Good. Glad we clarified that. Sad that we needed to, of course.
Damn, someone's got some issues.
Yeah.
"This is Dr. Mi Lin. Recent corporate intelligence suggests that she may have been kidnapped from corporate grounds." And there shows this bad, crappy black and white video of you show her leaving the usual group, end of the day line of people leaving the building, and a vehicle comes up, and immediately she gets kind of like, someone walks up to her to talk to her, and people move away, and then there's a blur of motion, so you can't tell if they just grabbed her and threw her in, or if they punched her, or her with something, and then the people moving block the view. She's obviously thrown in the vehicle, and the vehicle closes and takes off. And from the video, you see it was outside this building, outside company property. You guys go by that same location like every day in the little throng of people who don't live in the corporate building.
Detail when this happened?
Another reason why you should be living on corporate premises instead of out in this lawless city. And the timestamp totally tells you it happened early this morning.
Was she resisting?
Is this your assumption, or are you asking?
No, I'm asking. I'm observing the video. Was she resisting?
If you're observing the video, give me a perception or vigilance.
We'll do a vigilance.
As in the background, you hear the serving clones obviously doing dishes from the tea service.
We'll go ahead and take one of those. Let me know when you're ready.
I
with
got
an
it in
upgrade.
there for you.
All right.
As it
Oh
looks
yeah,
like
she resisted like a son of a gun.
Looks like she put up a bit of a fight, but she was overpowered by a very large, bulky person and what looks like some kind of body armor.
Now Dante's kind of gathered his cool back again. He's looking calm. He said he's going to ask what projects was she working on?
But just a second, I got to advantage. Do I notice
I'm sorry.
anything? Any key environmental factors? I will go ahead and go with
Key
that.
environmental factors. As you totally, with your keen eyes, focus on the body armor of the assailant. Because, you can kind of notice that. You do see a logo that, if you'd like to point out, could easily be blown up and web searched.
I will point that out. It appears there's a logo on the armor right here.
You totally say, "Hi, you are very observant." And he blows it up. He does the little computer stuff, blows it up, hits the search window, and it goes through a bunch of corporate logos. And immediately the search pops up with the Zenith Dynamics Corporation. As you get like the website splash line of bringing a leap to the future, and it's a little one of those little corporations that's kind of trying to be everything at once, and it's nothing at all at the same time.
Okay.
But they basically specialize, from what you're seeing on the splash screen, in biotechnology, cybernetics, and artificial intelligence development.
And what projects was the kidnapped victim working on here?
Let me see what we have access to at our corporate level. And he smirks at you guys. Basically, he's giving you access to what he has. And immediately, Dr. Maylin, it brings up her bio in the company. She's worked for about 8 years in the company. There's her name if you're looking for that. As she is a valuable scientist in genetic engineering, as well as augmentation is her specialty. She used to work under one of a Dr. Khan, who was basically like your pinnacle of the corporation's GMOD specialists in bringing genes from completely different life forms to human life forms. Anybody can just do basic animal mammal stuff. He was bringing the weird shit over. We need some more jellyfish in the DNA. And she basically was his protege, so when he was killed in an experiment, gee, go figure, one of his crazy things killed him. She basically took over his position as chief of the Department of Augmentation Research. And basically, it goes on to list a bunch of G mods that she specializes in. That she's basically cracked the code. So, give her the equivalent of a cyberpunk high school chemistry lab in someone's garage. She could do a lot of stuff with her knowledge.
Does Zenith Animex weaponize anything?
What's that?
Does what Zenith Dynamics do? You said they do like everything and nothing. Is anything they do like weaponized?
They have no contracts with any known militaries. They've had some innovation, but according to like Jinteki's corporate thing, their innovations are really they stole someone else's product before they got it to market.
Do we know of anything they're researching right now that might be tied to Gmod?
Currently,
like a project.
Nothing that you guys know of yet.
Okay.
And unfortunately, as you know, he responds to that saying that I've been advised by corporate security that until they attempt a cyber incursion onto our cybernetic services department, our cybernetic services department, the Brain Trust, and you guys know with Jinteki when they say Brain Trust, they actually have a room with like 8 cloned brains hardwired to the internet. It's actually a organic server system that you guys use in the company. It actually is a Brain Trust.
This place is weird.
Will not be allowed to respond to this incursion and gather us any intelligence. And you guys kind of know for your previous history at the company, your company doesn't go out of its way to screw other companies over. They're too busy doing great shit on their own. They don't need to copy anybody. And they love frying netrunners that try to invade the cyberspace here because they're really great at that. But they're not the best for breaking into other cybersecurity circles. Amazing defense, very little offense because they have no reason to go steal other people's crappy material. We don't make Chinese knockoffs here. We buy patents and make companies squash their company.
Yep.
So they kidnap her in broad daylight wearing logos.
I mean, thankfully your keen friend's eye managed to spot that logo. None of the witnesses will have to be talked to again by security because no one reported seeing the Zenith logo.
Yeah.
He's got good eyes.
What can I say?
Good eyes, but these guys are doofuses.
Well, they're a small-time company. They don't know any better.
Yeah.
You have rookies.
All right, so any thoughts on where she might have been taken? Like, where do they have any corporate holdings other than their main facilities?
Unfortunately, he swipes his little sleeve and the hollow keyboard pops up and he's typing away on it. Unfortunately, her corporate tracker in her badge, and all of a sudden all of your badges feel really warm on your lapels. It shows, the blip, 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 and as soon as it goes around the corner, it goes pew. As you remember, oh yeah, that's right. We're basically low-jacked when we're in the building. I mean, that is the whole point of cybersecurity.
Yep.
Any identifying character? True. Any identifying characteristics on the vehicle?
And it basically pulls up a schematic of what the cameras did catch, and apparently there was some kind of digital tech on the logo and on the license plate identification that totally has them scrambled. It looks like pixelated snow when looked on recordings. Unfortunately, they have been equipped with moderate electronic countermeasures, the type of which our own vehicles currently utilize. And you guys totally know from your basically dump truck vehicle that it's got the same exact tech.
Is it like a tactical vehicle though, or just a regular van, or?
It's basically an armored van, like an armored bank courier kind of van looking thing.
An armored car, yeah.
Doesn't have like any tactical weapons or anything like that. Basically looks like just a hopper that's very nicely armor plated and meant to blend in with 1,000 other courier vehicles that are out there.
Right.
I have a question.
What's your question?
Does Zenith Dynamics have any enemies?
As he totally types in some information to see what comes up on the corporate info dump.
Jinteki now.
Yep.
It's like, besides us, as let's see what the hubbub on the web say. The hubbub on the web say that they have a poor reputation as they are known to commit dishonorable business tactics. Which, of course, in this town could mean a lot of things. But as of right now, they are firmly on our corporate competition clause. As I have been given the green light to allow you to go after whoever kidnapped our doctor. For in her mind, she has much corporate copyrighted material.
All right.
As he totally looks at you guys waiting for more questions. Anybody? As he's doing a quick web search to see what he can find out about locations. As there's like...
We have an office locations.
There's like
Yeah, we
8
need
different
something.
locations across town.
How many?
8 different locations.
Was that all?
That's all.
I'm going to text or whatever my triad contacts.
Ooh.
See if they've heard anything about this.
Okay, and is that a story point? Nope. Okay.
It's a small favor.
A small favor. So you call your buddy?
I get a free small favor. Yep.
And who is your buddy that you're contacting? Or are you just going for a faceless member of the group?
I'll call it like the old army buddy that's part of the triad. I think I put down his name, Jackie something or another. I can't remember.
Okay.
Jackie
So
Chan.
immediately, Jackie, is at, you get from the pad view screen from the
Jackie
FaceTime.
Lee. I was real original. Jackie Lee.
As he pops up and asks for the deets of what you're looking for, and says that it'll take a few minutes to get back to you, but I'll see if I can find out what I can find out.
I'll give him the name, location, and possible Zenith Dynamics involvement.
And for the low fee of a small favor on Tuesday, he will give you an info dump shortly on your usual private pad, because that way it keeps it private, right?
Yep. Yes. Having contacts everywhere helps.
It does, especially amongst the ne'er-do-wells.
Let's see here. Okay. In addition, once per session, your character may collect a small favor from a member of a single or crime group. Blah blah blah.
Okay, and while he's rudely on his data pad during the middle of the mission briefing, what do the rest of you guys do? As you're handed your little data stick portfolio. Anyone?
What?
Anyone?
What?
I don't have anything. We just need to narrow down one of the locations or go one by one.
Yeah.
As he hands you each the data stick. God bless you. I think there was a sneeze there. Or was that a yawn?
Data stick, all right.
As the brain trust totally, he tells you guys to put your data sticks into the console, on the table. Conveniently, where your T's are, these little slats open up for basically your future tech jump drives. And it seems the brain trust has provided some information as well. And basically lets you plug in and get the information that Zenith Dynamics have a few facilities. The top three they think it would be either the Zenith Dynamics main tower, because every mega corporation's got to have one. It is at one of 3 research laboratories. Each one of them specialize in a different thing. One is known for the gene modification research, one is known for cybernetic research, and the other is known for artificial intelligence research.
And hers was like Gmodding stuff?
She was all about the Gmods.
Yep.
So what area is that in? Is that, like, what kind of neighborhood is that one in?
What part of town?
Yeah.
That is totally... Let's bring up your big map to make life easier for you.
I'll be right back.
I need to move the turn order because you guys are here. That's where you guys are. And you believe that
We're
they
still
are...
on the
Oh, yeah, I
garden
would
map.
hope if I actually put you guys on the map, huh? So I'm pinging a map you're not even looking at. You guys are here as they're...
I can't see.
You can't see?
Sorry. I'm trying to scroll to the right
to
spot. Okay,
zoom
there we
out.
go. Okay, there's Jinteki Biotech. Okay.
As they are located down over here in the Rabotgard district.
Is that like what economic class is there in the area where their building is? It looks like it's close to warehouses and stuff.
It's there.
So,
There are 3 locations are in the 3 different prongs, basically. As it definitely looks like they're divided by, they stick to warehouses of their type. So, like, the AI is in a lot of the Bioroid district, where the little tiny Bioroid companies are. The Gmods are in the, basically, like, chemical waste section. And the, in Chrome is where they do most of their robot cybernetic stuff. So Stalingrad, if you're going along the chain of thinking for Stalingrad, would probably be where you would want to go if you want to go to their bio facility.
Okay.
If that's what you're thinking. I mean, I'm not one to influence you either way.
Stalingrad. I thought you said Rabotogoro.
Garard district.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's Stalingrad. Got it.
Yeah.
The neighborhood.
It's one of the.
Okay.
It's the northernmost neighborhood. The blocks are where they do their AI research because there's lots of stuff there. And then in Crone is where they have their AI research because cheap labor. On the plus side, the cost of living is very low out there. The Tri-Moth is actually in that area too.
What about Disenfrancisto?
They are loosely there because it is unfortunately a really poor area to live in.
So
that runs all.
That's your basically poor folks.
Yeah. So what I would like to do is the briefing still going on, or are we done with that?
Unless
okay.
unless you
Well-
say you're done.
Well, I've got somebody I'd like to contact to check things out. I don't have any other questions for this guy, though.
And for those that may know something of the neighborhood, you do know that the people in that area pride themselves as being self-sufficient in the wake of the android labor wave, because Humanity First is kind of localized down there.
Mm.
Interestingly enough, some of those organizations are cool with Gmods, but not, artificial life forms.
Interesting.
So, since they're kind of low-income areas, I'd like to contact my disenfranchised contact.
Everybody pulling in their favors.
Okay, so basically your liaison, he breaks the meeting, he trusts you to do what you do. I expect a report between each major move, and if you would make sure before you leave the facility, please go in for a brain mapping.
Hi. Domo bosses.
Okay.
As you guys totally know, the brain mapping thing is how clones and viroids get their personalities. You never know if Jinteki needs to make you a new body. They basically are giving you a built-in save point.
Is that what they're implying with that?
That's totally what they're implying with that. And the fact that when you do the brain mapping, anything in your head is technically accessible to them if they put the work into it.
Wow.
Does anyone not do the brain mapping? It's not hard to get out of, or as some fancy employees have found, you take a small piece of aluminum foil and you put it in your hair, and when they put the thingy on you, it gets a messed up recording.
Oh, well, at this point in time, I don't think I have anything to hide, so I'll go ahead and do it.
And
And
many
then
employees
after
just
that,
forget to go.
Yeah, I do it.
Yeah.
have we
problem.
had one done yet
You've
already, or is
each
this the
probably
first?
had one done like when you first started. You were told before you actually knew what it was that it was part of the company medical scan.
All right, since it's already been done, go ahead and do it, and then I'll get in contact with Anders Romanov, my disenfranchised contact.
Okay, as you guys are totally sitting in this little boutique setting where there's basically all these chairs built into the walls with little electro squid dealio that comes over your head and gets put around your crown with all the contacts. And you pull your pad out while this is happening because you got nothing else to do for 20 minutes while it's mapping your brain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, James, I don't do it.
You don't do it. Do you conveniently forget to do it? Or do you let your team intentionally know you're skipping out on it?
Whoops, I forgot.
Okay? And as you guys are getting ready, this is totally when you go to the second floor of your dojo, and you open up your lockers to put any clothing and stuff you want to leave in your locker and put your company garb on. And as Dante's doing that, he's calling in his buddy, and you totally see this dude looks pretty homeless. He's in an alleyway cooking something that has matted fur on it. As he totally
Actually, this guy is an aid worker down there. He's more of a outreach kind of person.
as immediately some hobos poking the pad, and you hear somebody say, "Give me that! I told you I would only let you hold it while I check you out." As your friend snatches the pad back from the homeless guy, and he's like, "Hello,
Anders,
hey, buddy."
just calling to see if I could enlist some aid for a very, very simple thing.
Well, I am an aid worker. Aid's kind of
Indeed.
implied.
Well, I'm going to be doing an investigation. I need one simple thing: put out some feelers, and can you let me know? And I'll describe the vehicle and give the 3 locations. Just be like, did this vehicle enter any of these locations sometime in the past couple hours?
And
That's it. Does anybody he works with, gives aid to, whatever, anybody willing to say, "Hey, we saw this vehicle go into this location"? That's all I need to know.
We don't have the license plate, do we? No.
Nope. I can totally ask some of my contacts, like old Steve here, but how much you wanted me to say the reward's going to be for that kind of info? As you sense, he's going to use the hobo network.
The hobo network. Do I have to give like pay for favors for the feats?
Well,
Or is it just like a you owe me one kind of
getting you in
scenario?
contact with person A to person B is the favor. Negotiating, that's on you.
Oh,
He'll
I
find
see.
you somebody
All right.
that knows information, hopefully.
Okay, gotcha.
Because remember, it's just a
well,
small favor. It's not a big favor.
yeah. I mean, I just need to know if a vehicle went into a building. So
In a
anyway,
city of 10 million people, I need you to find one vehicle with no license plate number.
just if it went, just those 3 buildings, did the vehicle go into the building? Not like in the whole city. Just look at, like, if anybody saw a vehicle go into one of those 3 buildings of that description.
Okay.
Very specific.
So I have to go outside those 3 buildings and find some homeless people to ask that question to.
Something like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll put you in contact with anybody who might know something. But you might want to bring some good booze or some of those pharmaceuticals your company does.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely won't go unrewarded, but it depends completely on the authenticity of the information, of course.
You got it, buddy.
It's got to check out. All right. Thanks, Saunders.
It's got to check out. It sounds like one of those really bad deals where it's like, we're going to go and get ourselves killed. So if it's right, you don't get nothing. Where's the
It's the other way around. If it turns out that it's false information, I'm not going to be like giving out goodies to everybody who's got a fake story.
Aww. Remember when there was another form of Dante who liked the little man?
I do like the little man. I just don't want 10,000 people saying, "Oh yeah, I saw that, give me something." I mean, like, really saw it.
Okay, so now we have a triad group looking for info, and we now have the Disenfrancho network looking for the vehicles.
Hold up, I also have a favor to call in.
Damn, so many favors.
Well, we don't have a lot to go on right now.
No, it's totally true.
So I'm going to use my corporate drone favor. And I want faceless random person who owes me favor.
Okay, call down to the secretary pool.
Yeah.
I basically want to get the information of somebody who works with the missing person and would, if not be their friend, spends a lot of time with them.
Dr. Mei Lin. Okay. So you totally you're calling your buddy in the mailroom who's friends with everybody, because everybody likes the guy who brings Amazon into the building. And you totally, say, "Hey, I want to bump into you at this corner of the building at this time," because he's that reliable that you should be able to find him at his usual route, because he takes the same route every day, same time frame, because you got to make sure to milk the clock.
Okay. I will say before I leave to go meet him, I'll say to the team, going to get a lead, and then head out.
As you take off, and you happen to catch your buddy in the mailroom, doing his deliveries just in time. As he totally gives you the very stoic nod because he's in front of other people, but then that totally means let's meet at the nearest restroom.
Okay.
You go in the stall and wait for him to come in.
Yeah.
Okay, so immediately you hear someone come in that's got sneakers that squeak like his, and you totally hear the door get open. Peek, door get open. Peek, door get open. Peek. Someone taps your door and you see his sneakers under the door, and then he kind of tippy toes to look over the door and sees you. He's like, "Hey, did you make sure nobody was in here?"
I check.
But did you? As he totally gets into the stall next door, and under the stall, he totally shows you his fancy looking rigged out pad that's got loose wires and cables dangling around it. Looks like somebody's modded it horrifically. Like parts of the case have just been like cracked open to get to the circuit boards to put the wires on. And he totally hits the button for privacy mode, and you hear this like slight hum. You feel the toilet seat kind of vibrating because they totally bugged the toilet seats. I mean, they are smart toilets after all, and heated.
Everybody has to have smart toilets.
And he's like, "Bro, what's going on? What you need?"
I have a case, and I need to find information on Dr. Malin. So I'm looking for an associate of hers.
Dr. Maylin, she's that really cute head of GeneMod research, right? She's got
Yeah.
that exotic look. I dig that. I mean, I don't want her to like one day replace me with a clone that can do my job, but hey, that's why you need real people in the mailroom, right? Or just any clone could do the job.
Trust me, no one can replace you.
As all of a sudden there's this awkward moment where someone comes in and uses the urinal, and you guys get dead silent, and then they wash their hands and leave, and he's like, "So, what kind of info are you looking for about Dr. Lin?"
I wanted to get her routine.
She's pretty private. I mean, she just works late hours in the office and then she goes back to home. Normally, she's not getting out of the office until late in the day. And when he says that, that does kind of tickle in the back of your head because she was getting off at the normal time when her normal shift would be getting off. Here you got an expert witness, because he's totally an expert witness, telling you that she left on time, but normally she leaves really late. She burns the midnight oil before she leaves.
How often does she work late?
Oh, dude, I usually take her the food delivery she gets up to her on almost like a nightly basis. She works double shifts almost always.
How many days does she work a week?
She's supposed to be working 5 days, but working weekends is totally a very common thing in this company. Thank you, Japanese work ethic.
8. I have a question. So when we were watching that video, what day was she kidnapped?
She was kidnapped this morning. So basically, it was on a Tuesday. She was leaving, she left after working the night shift and only a single shift. Interesting tidbit you're finding here that she worked a normal day. You could totally ask HR to give you a quick listing of her work hours if you want.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
Yeah, you totally can whip
I
out
was
your pad
also
and
gonna
email
ask
HR.
if I can get her birthday.
Ooh, her birthday. Okay, so do me a favor, since there is corporate bureaucracy, and since you're doing it yourself, give me a negotiation in just a sec.
Okay.
As you're emailing HR, and I don't care even if you're in the future, HR is hard to deal with.
It's sure.
Yeah, they're the worst.
Bro,
Got your
HR is hard to
upgrade
deal
and-
with at my work. HR is the worst because it's my mother.
Oh, that means no inch given.
100%. And if I ever complain about her being overly affectionate, she's like, eh.
Take it to the other HR lady. Oh, wait.
You
Exactly.
can't.
So give me your
Okay, we ready?
negotiation roll. Yep. As you apparently have the great contacts, and go ahead and take another 2 strain as you're that person in the bathroom going tap 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 on your data pad as somebody walks by and goes harumph as you just feel a little bead of sweat as your buddy gives you the thumbs up under the wall, which is really awkward.
I'm just
You-
imagining
you-
the thumbs up from How to Train Your Dragon.
As immediately
Wow.
you get a response of basic information, because of course your team does have clearance to get this information, especially since you have been earmarked as doing research for this employee. No details of what you're doing for the employees there, but that you and this employee are currently working on a project. As immediately you see her time card showing that normally she does work double shifts. She comes in around 9 o'clock almost every day except for Sundays. Saturdays, her hours are kind of erratic, but this is the middle of the week, so she would have been coming in at 9 o'clock and basically working till the next morning and then leaving and then coming back, like 8 hours after and then staying that same double shift that she does. She literally works a double, goes home for 8 hours, works a double, goes home for 8 hours, works a double. And this time she specifically left after an 8-hour work period.
Hmm.
Like to the minute she clocked out and left.
Sus.
Is she married?
No, she is single.
Okay.
Her HR status is single and always has been.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense considering how much she works, but just in case.
Anything
Any
she
known
needs, she can
family
drop a
members?
lab. What'd you say?
Any known family members?
She had a uncle, but unfortunately, when he passed away, he negotiated for her to get his job basically with the company. They actually insured his job.
Oh, so that's who. Okay.
Oddly enough, uncle, give me a computers check. As you're getting just a basic HR file.
Is it synopsis?
Yeah, psyops.
Okay. Psyops. I mean, sorry, I cannot read.
Sysops, but
Yeah,
psyops is something
Ready?
different.
yeah. That's the PSI. And did you flip? Yes, you did.
Mhm.
It's a good time to cash them in. Go for it. He seems to be somebody from the old country, and you don't quite notice anything out of sorts. I mean, in Jinteki, more than a few people have been, in my last will and testament, I asked my loving corporation to support my family and give them my position in the company. It's not an uncommon thing.
Mm-hmm.
As immediately your data pad goes brr, brr, and tells you see nothing suspicious except for you do get an advantage.
I will just take a strain back because I
Okay.
was not doing so well.
As
But let's see,
everybody's
I got
totally going to do a cool roll to get your strain back.
Well, my strains, yeah.
wait, another thing. Do you know where she normally exits the building
Oh,
after work
that's a
shift?
good question. Let's see. He gets an upgrade, and it's going to be an almost 50-50 with an upgrade roll. Yeah, in fact, he does. He knows normally she uses one of the corporate hoppers to take her to her residence. On floor 20, they've got a hopper bay that some of the corporate test products, basically your company does sell taxi drivers, basically, and they test them by having them drive employees home that live offsite.
That is
She
pretty
didn't take
telling.
Yeah, didn't take her normal route. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting question. And luck
She
of the
is a
dice.
creature of schedule and regiment, and she was 100% off that day. Like, yeah, I don't think I really have any more questions. So after that, I'd be like, well, I'll owe you a few drinks. You definitely give me more than enough.
As you totally hear him use the paper in his stall and flush, and you guys come out, he's about to give you like the high five and realizes maybe we should wash our hands first. Awkward bathroom hangout bro time.
Right?
Hey, we gotta make time for the bros.
As you guys get time to have finished your any little side projects that you're working on, grab your gear and meet down at the little airlock. That's where your vehicle is kept.
Oh wait, can I hold a mini conference with the team?
Sure.
Yeah, we're
You
not
can either
sure.
do
We're not
in the
sure where
back
to
of your
go yet.
vehicle, or you can do it in the dojo.
Oh, I wanted to do it before we even took off on the mission.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm kind of hoping to hear from my. Hopefully, we'll hear back from my contacts before we drive out, so we maybe know where to go.
Yeah,
Well, that's
so
why he was wanting to hold a conference with us to
Yeah.
talk about stuff.
So
So
you guys,
basically, what I wanted to say was, like, once we all reconvened, is I tell you the information that I got, and that the main sticking points that I have was she normally gets on a hopper, and it says she decided to walk on the first floor. She always works doubles, and yet she didn't that day. She left exactly on time, and it looks like she has always been a creature of habit. And that day she was way off.
Nice.
There's more
that's-
than just foul play here.
dun dun.
That's
Yeah.
why I was trying to see if she looked like she was really struggling or not.
But who knew a building with 10,000 cameras did not have the proper angle?
All right.
That's a hard accident to make happen.
I mean, 3D spaces are 3D spaces.
Yeah. Sounds kind of shady. We might be bringing her back by force.
Definitely sounds shady. Hopefully, we'll get a good read on where to start.
As conveniently as you guys are back in the dojo in the tea room, enjoying some sipping tea and using the table that was a beautiful wood finish teak table, turns into a high tech glass display table with holographic computer consoles and desks. As immediately both of your guys' data pads chirp for incoming messages about a good 45 minutes to an hour later.
All right, sounds good.
As
Check it out.
Dante's contact totally tells him that, hey, I sent the network out to my fellow aid workers, and over in Stalingrad, one of my friends, knows a bunch of regulars that camp out around the Zenith location there, that corporate building, and apparently they don't do a lot of business out of that place. But here's the street corner. You can meet with some of their folks to talk to them directly.
But they report seeing that vehicle pull in there.
Well, you want to go down and talk to them directly.
Oh yeah, I mean definitely, but okay.
And
So
totally, you'll see Thomas. He'll be there, giving out food at the soup stand. Just let him know that I sent you, and he'll point you out to the right folks to talk to, and not the weirdos.
That's good. So Stalingrad, that's the one with the bio facility,
That
right?
would be where their bio facility is.
Right.
The building is conveniently named Biometric Access by Zenith Dynamics Research and Development. It's all about the subsidiaries.
Cool. Okay. well, that's handy. I will definitely share that with the team.
And for the triad,
Yes.
as you get the call from your old buddy who's, totally talking to somebody who's crying in the background. Obviously, he may have had to smack him around with his boken. You made me ask you twice. Why did you make me ask you twice? As you hear him totally crack his boken over somebody's, limb in a sick sounding sound of obviously he broke somebody's arm or leg, that he's like, hey buddy. So that was a bad time to roll a cool roll. Even with the 3 extra green you got. Okay, I cleared the pool, by the way, if you wanted to do a cool roll to get strain back.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
And
What
any of
happened?
you that are rolling for strain, you get +1 extra because the tea is very calming. It's a special blend.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
got 3 back instead of 2.
As he's like, so the description of the van you gave wasn't much to go by, but I asked a bunch of our normal street lookouts to see if they could find you any details on that, but some of what they came back with was kind of weird. Apparently, they found a big parking lot full of the company vans. We're talking like that must be where they store the vehicles, but they look like the Zenith Dynamics vehicles haven't been used in like weeks.
Okay. And all of them are just, most of them are, some of
It
them.
looked like a fleet of like 20 vehicles all parked there. So,
Okay.
Which actually could mean that if mine pans out, it means that would really narrow it down significantly if no other ones are driving around.
Yeah.
So our boys can totally tell you the in down in Chone, their facility is completely shut down. It looks like. And the same thing with the with the blocks. They've got like just a skeleton crew of folks working there, mainly because the Humanity First folks have been boycotting the building and picketing it.
So
Okay.
we have our destination.
That helps a lot. Thanks. Tell your dad I said hi.
you got it, man. As he whacks somebody with a bow cannon, you hear him yow. You get the little Wilhelm scream.
Okay, so is this going to be a stealth or just a smash and grab mission?
Well, I think we should check it out. I mean, we definitely need to recon it first. I got some people to talk to that might be able to give a little bit of insight into the area.
So speaking out of game wise, I can go in the infiltration suit and whatnot and things if you guys want to stay back. And if things get heavy we can just burst in. Or because I think we should have at least someone try to get in there and try to just see what's up.
Oh, I got 0 for stealth, so
we talked to the contact, the people there. If we've got a van that's gone in there, then I say we sneak in, but you can help guide the way.
So, but we have a building in mind, right?
You definitely have the location in Stalingrad.
Okay, now time to call my NAPD contact.
Oh, damn.
I'm pulling out all the contacts up front.
Hey, let's see if they know anything
each
about
session.
the building.
I mean, you can do it each session.
Per session,
yeah. I mean, now, I'm just waiting to use my Yakuza contact.
So. Okay, so you call the NAPD, and who's your contact with the NAPD?
Probably an old partner would be my guess.
Okay, you get this big Bullock-looking dude. He's got the brown trench coat, the stained tie, and white shirt.
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy that totally was just like you, but still on the force.
Yeah, the guy that's ever going to be there always,
He's going to be there till the retirement, and here he's blew his pension, so he's going to be there till after then.
No,
like-
I'll ask him if he knows anything about the building, if he can get us the plans, if I can get the plans or something like that.
As he's just like, you want the plans? And he just like, you see him, he totally does this lean back screen as he puts his pad on his little stand and he starts typing away. He's like, and you see him like chopstick fingers the computer. Zenith Dynamics Research and Development, 465 cases of scientific misconduct and medical malpractice. Well, this is going to take some zeroing down, and he
Like,
immediately
how is
starts.
that company even in existence?
Because if the company can pay you to drop your case, they don't get tried.
I mean,
Oh,
it
look.
is the future.
The witnesses have disappeared. Why? They're now just biosludge.
Biofuel.
Think of the cagey shit the CIA and the KGB did in the 70s and give a mega corporation the same rights.
Yeah, that's true.
I inject you with a thing that makes you drain down the drain when tap water touches your skin.
It's called lie, but anyway.
That sounds terrible.
Nah, yeah, just plans or if there's anything weird
As
that's reported at
he
the.
totally sends you a quick email with the plans to the building that's in that area, as he just tells you that, hey, it's been checked. There's a couple long-standing city fines for chemical waste and runoff coming out of the building because it's cheaper to pay the fine than get the repair done. Yay, corporate law.
Okay. And yeah, if you have any alarms go off over there, you might want to ignore them for a while. Thanks.
And he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'll do that for you, but it's gonna cost you a favor in return. That's a big favor you're asking for. Wink, wink.
Yeah,
nudge,
that's a
nudge,
small.
game
That is
mechanic
bigger.
play.
That's not a small favor, I guess. Yeah.
If I'm gonna be
Okay,
cop
small favors.
blocking for you,
Yeah. Okay.
I will totally call that favor in one of these days, buddy. And with him, he definitely will.
Yeah.
So make sure you mark in your character sheet. You owe him a big favor.
Yeah.
That way, both you and I remember.
Okay,
And he
whatever.
totally will tell you if anything comes across the network, he will go ahead and assign it to himself and go get himself some donuts. Because there's some really good donuts at the Indian Fry place.
Oh, what's this guy's name?
I will let you pick his name.
I'm gonna be Lazy Bullock.
Lazy Bullock. That's his nickname. If you want something done in 3 weeks, you ask Lazy Bullock.
Okay.
PD contact.
Oh yeah. Lazy Bullock. Okay. The hell did I misspell lazy? Whatever.
That's exactly how it's spelled. In the future. The year 2x99. And yes, don't forget in Android, the calendar literally is 2x99. So you don't need to know about how many hundreds of years from now it is.
True.
I mean, after all, Android setting combines Cyberpunk, Total Recall, and The Expanse into one setting. So you basically know for at least the next 6 hours, you're fine. He's totally got you covered. Lazy Bullock is a reliable guy.
Okay.
At least as reliable as the payback favor will have to be.
Yeah. I mean, all I have to do is try to keep it a little quiet for a little, So, but yeah, no, that's more than a small favor. I'll agree.
I guess we need to get on the road then.
Okay, we got 6 hours.
I would like to call in another favor.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. So many favors called in before you even left the building.
Yeah, so this one is a specific person.
Oh.
Their name is James. Takahashi.
Mr. Takahashi.
Yep. And they are my contact with the Yakuza.
Oh dear. Okay.
And before that, I want to just let's see. Oh wait, Evan, what character's name is Dante, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I'll just go up to Dante and be like, Dante,
Yes.
can I get the locations of their buildings?
Sure.
It's just north of the bullet wound.
No, I mean, I'll share everything with everybody. And
Yeah. Likewise.
That's all plotted out on the table.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are having
On the
the
digital table.
conference. I mean,
Yeah, and I just say I can get a contact to make some minor distractions at a different location.
oh shit. And you ask the Yakuza for a distraction.
well, it's a small distraction, but just
Just bang your car's window to, cut some chain link fences.
As somebody walks by, leaves a bag, and a building blows up. It was a small explosion.
Yeah, it's Yakuza.
So okay, so we have one with the triad, one with the Yakuza. Now we just need the mafia.
I also have a Yakuza contact.
It'll be funny when you guys exchange notes.
Different guy.
Hopefully it's the same Yakuza. I mean,
and
Honestly,
he's like, "Nope, I don't talk about my contacts."
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I'll contact James and basically, I'll give him one of the other buildings that doesn't have the van that are like possible, and I just will ask him if him and his friends could make some noise there.
Do you tell him about the building with the parking lot full of vans that haven't been touched in weeks?
Is that the one that we're not going to?
Yep.
No.
Then yeah, I'll tell him about that.
Yeah, you're not going to that one.
Then yeah, I'll be like,
as he's like, thanks for the heads up. I'll make sure that we cause a little distraction. As you'll totally see on the newspaper, a bunch of their vans got stolen because, hey, they're just sitting there not being used, right? It's wrong to keep them out of the market.
Hey, I'm helping the economy here. I'm getting things flowing and moving, getting more products sold.
Exactly. You're making a trickle-down economic event.
Exactly.
Van sitting in a parking lot going unused, that's not good for the economy.
Yeah, the noble and just me, making sure everything goes right.
Basic economics.
Yes, but anyways, yeah, they do what they do. So I mean,
what time frame are you asking them to do it? Because it sounds like you're wanting a diversion, right?
Yes, I'm hoping they do it around, actually about like 10 minutes before we do our thing.
So 10 minutes before you get there, or like a half hour?
Just tell them to set up and you'll text them when they should start.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'll do that.
Okay. So you'll be like, hey, get you guys in position, and when I text you, go ahead and steal what you want. There's going to be a corporate distraction. To which your buddy gives you the big winky eye, because that totally means we'll do a thing that distracts for you, and then you'll be doing a thing that distracts for us.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But
wink,
steal
nudge,
some
nudge.
vans. They're gonna steal some vans.
But anyways, yeah, basically my thought is, if they were stealing it just a bit before us, when the company notices and starts to do something about that, they will be more short-staffed.
Mm-hmm.
So
or more at alert.
Yep.
It all depends on how they react. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's possible, so it's a good backup plan.
And it's using your resources.
Hey, use them or lose them.
While everybody's calling everybody, I call my mom and make sure she's doing okay. Kentucky.
Hey, Mom, I'm at the office.
Do we have
I'm meeting a new
an expense account for? Nice? Do we have an expense account for when we're on a job if we need to pay something to someone for
bribes.
You
for
can
bribes or whatever.
totally
Yes.
submit
You gotta
receipts.
submit a report.
You can submit
Great
your
expense
expense report. Just make sure you have receipts or you're getting nothing back.
Like, what do you mean you blew up your car?
But like no petty cash or anything.
No
Just-
petty cash yet.
All right, fine.
As
I
as
mean,
you've
what do you
got
mean you blew
thousands
up
of
a
dollars
razor?
of equipment at your fingertips.
I need to bribe some bums. Like, come on. All right. Anyway.
So I don't know what would be
All
better.
right, so we know where to go and where to go.
Well,
And
you just go over to the bum with a skateboard and say, "I'm going to bribe you with the skateboard." And the guy says, "I don't skateboard." "No, but when I shoot off your kneecaps, because that's what this guy next to me does, you're going to need a skateboard."
oh, you know what I can do here? Here's what I'll do. Just never mind. I'll do it later, but we can get driving.
I was going to say, are you going to hit up the concession machine?
No, what I'll do is if their information turns out to be good, then I'll call in a favor at for Jinteki to cater a little lunch, like a little lunch there for the homeless or something.
Hey, you guys know for
nearby.
a fact your bio facility that produces food, they're totally looking for test markets for that shit all the time. So you could have them go test the new soybean at the location. Free samples. Just be sure to give us a blood sample before and after.
Yeah. I'll use a favor to call in something like that so they can have like a temporary soup kitchen set up in that
would
region.
totally be a good payback favor too for your aid buddy as they
Got
become corporate test subjects.
Just don't poison anybody.
It's not poison, it's GMO. We just need to find out what it does down the food chain.
Safe stuff only, please.
Okay, something that's made it into the secondary market at least. That means it's being peddled to third world countries and,
At least try to have some ethics.
Your company is very ethical. You know that.
Yeah,
Comparatively. Okay.
So are we ready to hit the Skylanes?
You guys head down to your hangar and you got your clone mechanic Carl, and you're not sure if you call him Carl because the jumpsuit that's always been there has got Carl on it, or if he's actually named Carl, or his product line is based on a guy named Carl, but you call him Carl and he fixes up your ride. So
cool. Even though it's KAR1, we just don't notice that it's a 1 instead of an L.
Or there's a fine tradition of they just rip the patch Carl off every mechanic and put it on the new suit.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's tradition. So are you driving or are you requesting a clone driver?
Clone driver.
I was going to say, I'm a pilot.
Yeah, a pilot. That's not a driver.
It's a hopper.
Yeah, it's a hopper, so he would be piloting
still.
it.
Having a driver would be handy because then we don't have to worry about, the vehicle.
And the vehicle does have basic autopilot,
Yeah, that's true.
Hit the red button for hover mode and it'll just hover right there, so Dante can jump out while moving.
How good are the pilots, just out of curiosity?
The pilots? Oh, they're
how
pretty
good are they?
Good. Let me pull that one up as a reminder because I think they've actually got pretty decent piloting skill.
Because I was going to say, if I'm better, I'll pilot and they can just come along for the ride and then be our valet or something.
Just remember, they are very good at piloting. In the book, the picture is one of them getting carjacked because they won't stop someone from taking the keys from them.
Yeah.
Because they're actually made to be very subservient too.
Yeah, I have 4 green piloting and a yellow and 3 green driving. So
yeah, I'm 2 yellows and a green piloting at this point. So We'll just check that against the clone.
So yeah, they got piloting too. So basically, a green and 2 yellows for piloting. They're pretty good.
They got so it's the same as I have. All right.
It's just that they won't fight to protect your vehicle. They'll like roll up the windows, or totally try to say, "Please go away, sir," a second time.
Well, so they're not. So they wouldn't really be good at tactical driving then.
Well, they're just drivers and pilots.
Okay, so I'm going to drive then, just in case we
Tenma
have
driver
to do
clone
anything.
serves as drivers and pilots. The Tenma line is one of the most popular lines of Jinteki's catalog. While most vehicles function on autopilot, Tenma clones can fly a vehicle faster and safer than any pilot program on the market. Many companies utilize them as chauffeurs and high-value couriers.
Okay.
Their
Well,
willpower is 1.
Just in case we have to do any defensive driving, I'll take the wheel.
Okay. So you'll bring a driver?
Or bring a driver to be like our valet.
As immediately...
Wait, are we going in...
Tenma 4457 reports and puts on the coveralls to come with you. He's brand new, fresh off the market. You can smell the vat juice on him.
The vat juice.
Someone take a Q-tip to his ears. I still smell vat juice.
Oh, God.
Christ. Okay, well, it's like, now we SWAT or infiltration gear?
I'm going with infiltration.
As you guys are doing your suit up montage. And if you want, each one of you that have weapons there, you can take 1 weapon reload. It's the equivalent of like a bandolier of shells,
Yeah.
Right.
You only run out when you run out, type of deal.
Right.
Do I want the pistol? Basically, it boils down to do I want the pistol or the shotgun?
And both are great with their versatility of, doing lethal or non-lethal shots. Or explosive.
I already have a Fletcher pistol, but...
Well, that's just for ripping through shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing my SWAT. I got my shotgun.
Yeah, I might as well do SWAT.
I got a license for it, so...
As a favor, can we try to use non-lethal force, if at all possible?
Did you just say try not to lose non-lethal force?
I get, the shotgun can be non-lethal.
I'm asking. Let's try to be as non-lethal as possible, please.
Think about it.
We don't need to kill a lot of people to accomplish this. Now,
you just might need that shotgun with explosive rounds to open a door.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's fine. Suit up and stuff. Just let's just try not to kill anybody if we can.
We might also need the explosive shells to open up somebody's skull. You never know.
That's the kind of thing I'm talking about here.
So we got 2 going in infiltration and 2 going in SWAT, from the sounds of it.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go infiltration.
Well, you have breacher or SWAT, Hayo.
Yeah, I'm going SWAT.
Okay, yeah. Hitomi is infiltration. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, me and Dante, I believe, are going infiltration.
Even though the breacher doesn't have anything about breaching, that's just a riot control setup. So I don't get it.
Well, it's the power gauntlet. You can use that to jack some stuff up. Plus the riot shield. You're basically the first one in the door.
Oh, that's still just riot control gear, but
yeah.
Riot shields are badass, though.
The riot shields are cool.
You actually
even got
a lot
defense, flags, yeah.
So.
Yeah, but is it yeah?
And it counts as a melee weapon.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't want that defense and deflection?
Yeah, no kidding. Right? With the riot armor. Okay, yeah, whatever.
Well,
what it is
light
that
armor already the same soak. So
That
Yeah.
electrified power gauntlet is the expensive piece of gear in that kit.
yeah,
I've used those before.
all right.
Perhaps next time I'll request if I could trade a shotgun for one of those things.
What? These are corporate kits. What's this trade you speak of?
I'm
Buy
gonna
your own.
ask for a special dispensation.
Buy your own.
I'll call in a favor if I have to.
Wow.
Just get your own.
Yeah. Anyway.
I gotta be at my office at 7 tomorrow. That's fucking stupid.
Ooh, that
Okay.
sucks. And by the way, for those that
Any
have
given day.
the pocket rig with one-shot icebreakers, those are 3 successes.
Oh, 3 successes. And how many one-shots are in them? Just one?
They're
One.
good for just one shot.
Well, it says one-shot icebreakers. I was wondering if it was like data, like the data spikes in Star Wars.
Yep, exactly.
But you have one.
Yeah, it's a pocket rig with one-shot icebreakers. You can spend a story point for as many as you think you have on you.
Gotcha.
Basically, it's a pocket rig that's meant to act like a data spike, basically, for a one-shot.
Yeah, but
Okay.
a story point for 3 successes. That's
It's basically meant for those who don't know how to hack
yeah.
to get in the door real quick. You stick it in, it
See,
goes pop, pop.
See that is more of a breacher thing, but I'm thinking like a combat engineer breacher. So
No, you're thinking the engineer or somebody like that.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, I'm the front door person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just wanting the breaching charge, that's all.
Yeah.
Why
That's
go
really
in the
epic.
front door when you can make your own?
Exactly.
Yeah, you're thinking sapper or engineer type.
Okay,
No,
so you guys loaded
There's
up.
a reason it's called a breaching charge, but
Yep.
Yep.
It's meant to cut a nice hole and not kill someone on the other side.
Oh no, it'll do that too.
It's not like we have future X-ray devices to see through. Oh wait, it's cyberpunk. We do.
Yeah. But how many naturals do we have?
I think all of us are. I am anyway.
At some point, there's going to be an infiltrating humanity first mission because you're all natural, so you can.
I doubt Walter. I'm just gonna call him Walter. He's probably a cyborg of some sort.
But yeah, Jim will have a hard time with his story points keeping them.
Yeah. When we could flip 4 of them throughout the game.
And that's why you had 5 on my side when we started.
You can't make us have to spend them. It
Yep.
starts off.
So
right.
you guys get into your gear, you load all up, the Jinteki
Yep.
labels are out there. Are you keeping your logos on or are you taking them off?
Off.
As you guys totally have like a hat in the middle of the room. It's a Jinteki company cap, and you rip all your labels off and throw them right in the hat.
Yeah.
The unspoken word if we're not wearing the corporate logos. Let's hope the lawyers will protect us anyway. Remember, when you are wearing company logos and you're on company business, the lawyers can't help you out.
Well, it's going in the pocket, not in the hat.
I was gonna say, I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
Or just get the little thing, that little flap that just pulls down over it.
The privacy
yeah, that
patch.
Too. Just turn it off, flip it over.
Cover
Just
all
flip
your infrared identifiers.
Yep.
Okay. You get in the vehicle, and immediately Dante's looking at the poor clone, and you say, "I drive." You park the car. I drive.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna do anything fancy at the moment. Just keep it simple.
Okay, and your hopper is very nondescript. It looks like a public, utility vehicle, trash truck. As you guys load in the back, you have clear viewports that can be slid open to shoot out of or look out of. You've got a couple of little one-way mirror LED screens that show you what's on the outside of the vehicle, so you're never like blind in the back of it. Conveniently, you've got the jump seats for you plus at least 4 more people in full tack gear to be in there. So, and 2 or 3 people that could be bound up and thrown on the floor to bounce around. 'Cause
Is
it's fun
there a
when they
stat
bounce.
block for it somewhere?
I got 5 of them. Or 3 of them. I'm not in my breacher gear, but I got
there,
3
the
of
hopper
them.
right there. Yeah. Commuter
I believe
hopper.
it is.
It's there.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's right under Hyo's.
What's that?
The commuter, the hopper's stats.
Oh,
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's not.
Yeah, no,
that's,
we don't have a.
okay,
an
gotcha.
official
That's-
one for the truck yet.
Okay, cool. Just was wondering if there was one.
Yeah, but if you look in the book in the hoppers, it's the one they talk about in the city is filled with these hoppers.
Okay,
Because
got
that
it.
way your vehicle is very corporate nondescript. And I'm assuming someone takes off the company logo.
It probably doesn't have
turn
it
it
on
off.
in the
Bobby
first place.
doesn't have one.
Yeah, because that
Yeah.
defeats the whole purpose of it being nondescript.
Yeah, being
Well-
part of the team we are, it's probably doesn't have one.
And think about it. Maybe you want to exit and enter the building with the logo turned on. Totally a button you flip. It goes from black sides to the company logo lit up.
With colors. Yeah.
So you can leave and enter the building with the logo on it. Even makes it easier to get way past security, even though our clone security here will scan your badges and do their job competently. Because they have 2 yellow in vigilance. It's one of the things they're made for. After all, you're quite knowledgeable in the fact that every time you fight these clones, they're going to get better because you're actually doing product development with them.
Hmm.
One day they may replace you, but not today.
No, this hopper's not big enough.
I don't know. Anyway,
Just
Okay.
I
saying,
don't think-
because passenger capacity of 3.
Yeah, that's just
With
the
the driver.
regular
Yeah.
single car hopper. That's not the big one.
well, it's kind of may not even need it right now, so we'll handle
I
that
mean,
later.
Yeah.
Immediately makes me worry Dante's wanting to trash the hopper.
No, I just was wondering like what its handling was. I just was curious.
He's already
really.
looking to jump out.
Yeah.
One time. Anyway,
Obviously, he
Time's
needs
more
to
than
get one of
enough.
those squirrel suits so he can do the death from above move.
all right. So yeah, I'll just pull out. I'll drive conservatively to the location where all the peeps are hanging out to talk to.
Okay, so you guys, go to the neighborhood outside. It's a fairly rusticy part of town. On the plus side, it is very green now. As you notice, there's trees planted on every fucking street now. It's one of the city's recent attempts to gentrify the neighborhood by literally planting trees that can survive out there. So it's very pleasant looking when you pull up, and you totally see the little pop-up roach coach food stand from the city aid department as they're handing out soups and sandwiches pre-made to the disenfranchised members of society here, which once they set up the little soup kitchen setup, the numbers quadruple quite quickly, because remember, the city goes down like 5 or 6 levels below the surface streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget, the city's not just the city streets, it's the sub streets where, people live down there.
All right.
And when you get there, you do notice you are within eyeshot of their complex. It looks like they've got, at first you think they're walls, but then you realize the brick wall you see is actually an extension of the building. So it's a wall that has been ceilinged in to cover their courtyard. And very small windows. Probably difficult to get through the windows unless somebody brought some way to pop a wall open.
That's what the.
Unless you're parkour and you can slip through.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so I'll go. My contact is there, or the one I'm
Yep. Yep,
supposed to meet?
Sam is right there handing out food to this sweet little old lady who's got bad bionic limbs and just kind of sits there with her limbs twitching. And he's holding her soup bowl and spoon feeding her the soup. And as soon as you come up, you totally recognize the armband for the city, aid services. And he's got his little yellow safety vest on. That's got totally the emergency whistle, which if you pull the string, it supposedly will summon help to you. Supposedly.
If anybody can hear it, that wants to help, that is. Anyway, so I'll go over, do a big smile, greet him.
He seems very friendly. He's like, "Hey, nice to meet you," and he comes up to shake your hand. As he kind of takes in. Are you going alone or with your friends?
Well, if they want to, I'll at least kind of walk ahead of them if they're going to follow.
So the question is, are you wearing your stealth suit?
I brought it with, but I'm not wearing it.
Are you wearing your tactical gear?
No, I'm just wearing my regular. I brought the stuff with, but I'm not actually wearing any of it.
Okay, so you're leaving your tac gear in the car.
Yeah, it's in the car.
Okay.
I'm just wearing what I usually wear.
Okay, and he immediately shakes your hand and says just one moment, and he goes and gets a sandwich and he gives it to the little old lady and shoves it in her cart, and he says, "Just remember that that's in there for you for later." As she kind of smiles at him, and you see the guy, you're getting some genuine, he wants to do a good job vibes. And he's just like, "So, our mutual friend said that you needed to talk to some people that may have been camping out in this area."
Yeah, just a real simple question. There's a missing person involved, and we know that a vehicle of this make, model, type was involved in it. Just needed to know if there was any of that traffic going in and out here. Real simple.
Okay, it sounds like you're a pretty up and up guy, and good word was totally put in for you. So how about this? You need to speak with Leroy, and he totally gestures for you to come over to the Roach Coach, and he's like, Leroy's kind of the guy out here that if anything is known, he's the one that definitely knows what's going on. So first thing that I want to tell you is careful what you say to him, because everything you say to him is being recorded. He's got some old military hardware and some of his little friends, as he gestures over to like a mechanical looking bird thing that you see kind of sitting on top of a building, and it just kind of sways on one leg. It totally does that whole Bobo thing from the original Clash of the Titans, kind of acts very mechanical and moving up there, but the pigeons have no problem with it. And you're just like, oh. As he totally reaches, up to the van, snaps his fingers, and one of the other employees hands him a bundle, and it looks like a $5 foot long bundle. And he totally slaps that in your chest, and says, "Take that with you." And it's a pastrami on rye with double mayo and hot peppers. It's one of his favorites. Apparently, in the Great War, his taste buds kind of got burned out on some bad cyberware that he was wearing, and now all he tastes is burnt toast. So that kind of cuts through the bad taste he's got in his mouth.
Does he just go by Leroy? Does he have any nicknames or anything like that?
Oh, no, just everybody knows him. It's Leroy. It's cool. So you're not gonna get my boy in trouble, are you?
Of course not. I just need a simple answer to a simple question. That's all I need. I've already made the arrangements. I did the call to Jinteki to have them cater something. I'm going to ask you to set it up a little ways further away from this building here. Give a little bit of space, set it up a couple blocks down. Give this person a call. They'll make sure that they have a whole new setup for you. Come out for tonight.
For tonight, he's like, whoa. And
So you tell people, there's going to be plenty of food and warm drinks and stuff like that. Just, like I said, just call this number.
And you immediately have him color him impressed. He's jaded as shit too. He's like, I was thinking you were doing bum wars out here or something, Do me a favor, give me a charm or negotiation. And I've got a upgrade and a blue in there for you. The blue was just because he was told you were an up and up person, but here you're like, I'm having catering come out tonight. Hungry mouths, hearts and minds.
I don't remember him calling anybody in the corporation for that, but hey.
Well, that's what I was talking about with
he did mention
with
it.
the favor. Yeah, just that favor.
Yeah, it's totally corporate pull to just put that address on tonight's list of the social outreach programs.
Yeah.
Now remember, to eat our food, you must fill out this questionnaire before and after. That's how we get free marketing research. It is a megacorp after all.
And I did put out another story point.
Another upgrade.
Yep, I totally give him another upgrade. So it's going to be...
Okay, and then I'm going to flip that back because I can.
There you go.
Hideki.
Oh, wow. So immediately you have schmoozed him over, and he takes you over to around the corner. You see this guy he's got a little workbench out there. He's got 2 nubs of legs. It looks like he used to have cyberkinetics, connected to his knees, but they're now just jagged wires. It looks like he's been cyberjacked, and he's working on a little makeshift bench doing some mechanical work on some small little things. And immediately you notice like one's a little triangle shaped hover camera, like many security forces use. Basically it's a very minimalized, rigged up version of a camera drone. Looks jinky and fragile as can be, but the fact that he's making it out of garbage is really fucking impressive. And immediately, as soon as you come by, he makes this smell gesture, and you notice that from his cheekbones up to the basically back of his head is all cybernetic. And it's military grade cybernetics, so of course that means nothing impressive. It means the cheapest contractor. And he's got a couple little cybernetic cameras implanted for optics, but he does not have his real eyes to see. And it's, of course, really cheaply built cybernetics.
All right.
And immediately he sniffs the air and he says, "Hey, Bob, so who's the stranger you got with my pastrami sandwich?"
My name's Dante. I'm bringing it to you today. Leroy, yeah? Good to meet you.
Leroy, that's what they call me. I've the guy with the eyes in the skies.
I'm told.
He lets go of the little probe and starts hovering a couple of feet, about 10 feet off the air, kind of watching you, getting a better look at you. You totally feel him looking through the drone's optics as he puts his hand exactly where the sandwich is coming.
I'll put it in kind of slap it down in a friendly kind of way.
Okay, man.
And
and you totally hear a cybernetic dog nearby whining as he's like, "Hilda, you'll be getting a sandwich in a while."
I am seriously impressed by all this, man.
As he's like, "So
you're good. I gotta give you that."
He slides his work tools to the side there in a little drop bag that's on the side of this little makeshift TV tray that he's using. And he starts immediately hungrily going to the sandwich as he's talking. He's like, "So what can I help you with today?"
Just a couple quick questions. So we You saw a particular vehicle, I'll describe the vehicle, go into this building today, or one of your friends did?
Oh yeah, we see those buildings come through every now and then because those guys do all kinds of biotech stuff, and they throw some of the worst, stinkiest trash away on the backside of the building.
So there was did you see a woman with the people that got out of the truck?
And he's like, so we saw the vehicle pull into a building, and he totally, you could see he's like doing something with his BMI interface, and he's like, so about 7.5 hours ago, and that would have been about an hour after the kidnapping. We had 3 of their vehicles pull in, and yeah, they all match that description. As he's just kind of like looking off into the distance, seeing something being played behind his cybernetic eyes.
And so obviously he sees like what the birds see and stuff. So that's why so for one of the triumphs, I want him to like be my new buddy.
Oh, okay. I like that. I was hoping it was going to be one of those. Okay, because he totally saw the interaction of you being nice to his buddies. So that role is for both of them, basically.
So so basically, just to paraphrase, I just wanted to know, like, if you saw the woman get out, what did she look like? She was there voluntarily, like, and does he know how many people? Did he see a certain number of people or anything like that? Basically, just anything he might know that might help us in terms of know whether she's there willingly and what kind of numbers and situation we might be facing.
For that second triumph, I will give you exactly that.
Let's do that.
That's a good negotiation there. As immediately he's like, it was strange. The 3 vehicles pulled up, but then they waited for a security detachment from the building. And once instead of pulling into the building like they normally do, the security detachment did their little push people around thing that they do, because they like to clear the streets apparently when they look for potential investors, and they kind of push us all around. And and he totally pulls up a little holo vid of very impressive with his bad technology he has access to. It's sketchy and blippy, and you see 3 vehicles pull up, and then a security detachment of about 8 guys in full tack gear, and they totally secure the scene. And then the first vehicle deploys its 6 guys, and then the second vehicle, the lead vehicle, deploys its 6 guys, and then 4 guys, 2 of them look extremely chromed up, come out, and then they bang on the back of the vehicle, and that side door slides open, and the cybernetic gentleman totally puts his hand out in a very gentlemanly way, and she takes his hand as she steps out very daintily out of the same door you saw her shoved in earlier. And she seems very at peace with this moment.
Leroy, my man, can you give me a copy of those videos?
As he totally looks at you and says, "You know what? I got it. For 5 credits, I'll give you one of my burn discs." And you see he's got like movies that he copies and sells, copies of.
Mm-hmm.
All the best movies. I'll throw in Brain Diver for free. Got some pretty ladies on it.
Is he? He's gonna give me this recording though. That's what I mean.
Yeah, he's giving you the recording and a free skin flick.
Great, thank you so much. I'll give him
As he's
10
like, you're
credits.
gonna enjoy it.
I'll give him 10, and then I'll let him know about the food that's going to be coming in later. So, I'll see if I
Ooh.
can wrangle up some pastrami with peppers and mayo for you.
As he definitely reaches his hand out for actual hand-to-hand contact with you and totally gives you the very, very formal double handshake, and he says, thank you for what you're doing for our people out here.
My pleasure. I'll see you again soon, all right? You take care of yourself. Be safe.
Well, thank you. If you need me, I'm usually at this corner or over at 44th and 7th quarter. As the
Right.
cyber dog is whining louder and louder for sandwich, as he totally throws the crusty end to the dog. As I say that, because there's a dog whining at my ass for attention.
Okay, so I'll just note to self. So because it's a triumph, it says become a recurring character who remains. Okay, so I'll be able to come back and see him again if I need to.
You can totally write down on your note page that you have him as a ally and friend. And I'm totally just saying, if some cybernetic legs fall off a truck, he would be very grateful and reciprocate that favor in the future.
Might be able to make some arrangements.
Or if some people happen to go to a bunch of cyberjackers and rough them up to get some legs back, I might appreciate that.
Okay, so I will share everything with my compatriots once I return to them, including that we do now have proof that she's there willingly. We know their and we know numbers.
I don't know willingly. We just know that. Well, they could have just threatened to beat the living shit out of her.
This is true. I mean, the cybernetic guy could have crushed any one of her limbs with just one hand. He's got the built-in crushers.
She was way too comfortable.
She would still look a little distressed.
She was way too comfortable with it.
Dante, let's give this a roll to confirm if that's your suspicion. How about this? Give me a vigilance or a perception on what you... Oh, I like the upgrade.
A vigilance or perception to see if, she's... If I'm
definitely
right.
Definitely, if you can read her.
To confirm whether it was she's enforced compliance and she's being as compliant as possible and the guy's being a jerk and being Mr. Chivalrous. Hey, I shoved you into a truck versus Milady. Ooh.
Extra bloom.
So yes, you know beyond a shadow of a doubt this bitch is cooperating. She is in on the kidnapping. There is zero doubt that she follows the corporate line. This is a corporate defection, and you are 100% confirmed of this.
I knew
as soon as you put that disc into your display table in the back of the truck and you play the video, there is zero doubt in your mind. Ignore those two threat there. Zero doubt in your mind that she is a corporate defector. You are 100% confirmed of that.
Yeah, I knew it from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very cool.
Now, what would you like for that triumph, by the way?
For the triumphs, since we got this video, patchy though it may be.
Hey, when you put it in your table, it comes out great. High res.
With that triumph, can we discern in the video perhaps a less secure entrance to the building? Like we can pick up on an entrance that's not very well. That's relatively easy to get in.
You basically spot the side entrance where she goes in, which is a more out of sight of the general populace, except for this one moment they were caught on camera. But one of the little drones follows them around the side where there's a less secure side entrance.
All right.
And as you totally bring up the blueprints to show out, hey, this side entrance wasn't on any of the blueprints. And obviously, it seems to be out of sight of most of the security devices. Ignore those two threats.
I'm ignoring them. So I will also point that out to everybody.
What two threats?
As you guys totally see, a homeless person comes up through the cameras and cleans your windshield for a couple credits, and the driver politely waves, "No, thank you, no, thank you," and then proceeds to like give out some sunglasses that were on the dashboard of the vehicle. I don't have credits. Here's some sunglasses.
All right. So basically,
that looks like our entry.
yeah. So now I'll put on the more tactical stuff, and let's just have the clone kind of like circle the block for a while, and we'll call him if we need him.
You hit the little intercom, and he says, "Yes, sir. I will circle the block." As he just, driving Miss Daisy style, takes a nice slow cruise around the neighborhood.
All right. Stealth us in there. Stealther. I got 4 green, but not any ranks.
Yeah, 2 green.
Oh, I have 3 green, 1 yellow. So
yeah, like I said, I don't have any ranks. So
guess it's me.
So looking
What's
at
the path?
Also, I do have my optical camouflage suit on.
Which upgrades the difficulty to spot you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Which is always nice.
That's also what I have on.
Yep.
All right, well, system for blue.
As you guys drive around to help fill out any gaps in the blueprints that you have, which you've noticed this building has had a lot of modifications since the city, diagrams that you have were there. There's basically they put roofs over the out courtyards of this building to enclose them. So there could be something weird inside the courtyards that used to be just outdoor parking are now enclosures. Like we do out here in Arizona. You turn the Arizona room into an enclosure.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Indoor space, but not having to get the permits. And just as you guys are formulating your plan, the camera pans back from you guys in the cargo area of the truck to the truck circling the building a couple extra times and pans back to the city of New Angeles because that's a good place to wrap it up there. Because it is 6 o'clock. As you guys probably want some experience for all these favors you turned in.
Yeah,
All your NPCs get the experience.
And I called Mom.
Yeah, he did call Mom.
He did call Mom.
Hey, Mom gets 15 XP.
So you guys are going to be getting 20 XP.
Jesus.
What?
Hey, you guys figured out she seems to be a willing defector from Jinteki, which that's saying something if she's leaving the company.
Yeah, that's big info.
Interesting
we can definitely...
side thought you're having is if she defected, we should have checked out her office.
A little late now.
Well, she probably has whatever was in the office of any value with her. So
well, to be fair, next session after the mission, I could call in the favor for a little mailman to go check an office out.
I could do the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and also remember we should let's just say we report in at this point everything we know.
Okay, so at that point, as the camera pans back, the camera pans through the city and then goes back to Jinteki into your dojo, as your boss is basically there and the update of all the information you guys have gotten, including the holo tape that with your expertise saying she defected, the corporation's like secure all of her information now, and basically all her passwords are being digitally scrambled and her information security team is being deployed to her office right now to do the whole forensic thing, because now corporate security and HR are like, oh shit, corporate defector, we have a protocol for that.
Yep.
What all projects was she working on that could be in the hands of someone else? You may be getting and you guys just get like a ... updated mission parameters may be incoming.
Cool.
As for now, the job is to still capture and return alive and in a reasonable condition. It's been downgraded to reasonable condition.
Cool.
If you have to
Alright.
take a few limbs, we can regrow them for her. It's in her health and benefits packet.
Yeah.
You guys know that. It's in your health and benefits packet.
Hey. Or,
Get
you know, if
crits,
she wants...
that's just an excuse for an upgrade.
I mean, if she really wants, you could also get a fancy metal one.
Well, think about it. Jinteki, it's cheaper for them to grow you one than to buy you a mechanical one.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about using your corporate discounts. Remember, you get a 60% discount on Gmods.
Ooh,
Yep.
what a bargain.
Lose a leg, we'll grow it back, and we'll add a tail to it at the same time.
Hey, I mean, if it makes the better, right?
Yep. And you got 20 experience to help flush things out.
That's happy.
Huh.
And
So
I will
much to do.
totally ask about your new buddy there. Did you tell him not to keep his cameras going tonight?
Oops.
Oh, yeah, preferably.
Okay, I'll give you that for the triumph. I'll totally give you that you could ask him to move his cameras, turn them around just for tonight.
Yeah, thanks. Didn't think of that. Appreciate it.
I figured I'd throw that one as a freebie since you fed the guy. You fed his crying dog, and you roll triumph for the dude that's hooking him up.
Bro, your fucking triumphs. Jesus Christ, how many was that tonight?
That was a
A
lot.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've gone through months of like
Months of bad rolls.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just like, god dang.
Maybe 2024 is the year of the Genesys dice.
right.
Hey. Well, to be fair, you know,
There
salvage...
was that ugly despair that got me friendly fired earlier.
I mean,
That
it
was
took no
just
damage.
hilarious.
Yeah, that was actually.
We all knew that was going to happen.
Oh, it was coming.
Hey, I like to test the fates.
The beauty is your new team, since this is your first, real mission together besides the little team builder ones, is now got some intergroup dynamics. We know that
Got
one of
shot
you,
by
the
my
corporate
teammate
guy,
day
has no
one.
problem shooting the guy dating someone in the corporation. Maybe you should ask if you guys dated the same girl or something.
You
Think
stole
about
it from me.
Nope.
Everybody saw the
Alright.
gossip photos.
Alright, gotta get rolling, guys. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Have a
All
good
right.
rest of the weekend, guys.
See you guys
Have a good
tomorrow.
one.
Are you guys available tomorrow night for mine?
Should be.
Yeah,
I
should
do
be,
recall
yeah.
everybody's still a thumbs up for Star Wars.
That's what I thought. I like to double check.
Yep. Hey, just like today, it's good to double check.
Yep.
Alright, y'all. Catch you
All right.
later.
Have a good night.
Later.
All right, later, guys.
night.
And apparently, I have to find out why Doggy keeps sticking her head in the door and crying. What's
Yeah.
your problem, Doggy? You want that pastrami sandwich I was talking about, don't you?
Yeah. Right.
I mean, right now she's
All right.
probably crying because there's chili on the stovetop because it's perfect chilly weather.
Oh man, chili. Really? Come on now.
Yep.
Now I'm hungry.
But I got so upset because I went to Waffle House and I'm like, oh, they have chili, but it had beef in it, and I was so disappointed.
Oh.
Because chili should.
Well, you can get the soy or the pork, but yes, my chili has the
Yeah,
beef
yeah.
in it.
That's what?
Has the beef in it. No beans,
Yeah.
but it has the beef.
Normally, when
Yeah.
I make a chili, it's with chicken. That's
course.
because the chicken like soaks in all the flavor.
Oh yeah,
So
it becomes whatever it's with. Are you
yeah,
kidding? Yesterday I had a really great vegetarian curry. It's really good. It's the
Nice.
weekend of spicy food.
I ate palak paneer last night.
Ooh. Okay, I gotta find out why this puppy dog is crying because
Yep.
her doggy door is open.
Later.
All right.
See you later.
Have a good one, guys. See you tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye.
What, Hilda? What's got you crying, little girl?